Well, you know music, and you can count all the way up to two.
All the way up to 6 if I had to.
I don't know why. I always clap like sideways. Maybe it's an old person clap. It's more dense. Like
I can't do that.
my next door neighbor could, and every time, like she would come over to our house and play and stuff, and then when she had to go home, her dad would go out on the back porch and make the whistle, and she would go home.
She's like a dog.
Yeah, she was trained.
She's like,
I'm like,
perks her ears
whoa,
up.
dude.
yeah. So how was your week?
Low key shitty.
Really?
Yeah, dude, my eye was giving me
yeah.
so much trouble. I went home Tuesday to go change out my contacts because it's been going on for like 2 months. My left eye would start to feel very irritated. Like, you know, if you get a hair in your eye and there's oil on that hair and it stings,
Oil.
there's like natural oil.
Maybe like you dipped your hair.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip it in the
Petroleum
the
jelly or some
5W40. It's like if you get a natural oil in your eye or soap in your eye, it's just stinging.
Yeah.
That's how it felt. And I'm like, why is it just my left eye? So I would take my contacts out for like 2 days. Then I'd put in a new pair. They'd be fine for like 2-3 weeks, and then it would do it again. So I called my eye doctor, got an appointment scheduled, and I was there Thursday. So Tuesday, my eyes were bothering me. Took out my contacts and just kept my glasses on. I'm like, oh, I'm going to the eye doctor soon. I'll explain all this to him. And he's looking at my eyes, and he's like, yeah, it's definitely irritated. Like, do you sleep in your contacts? I say yes. I never take them out. They are a part of me. And that's not good because what can happen is it can starve your eye of oxygen, which I didn't know.
That sounds horrible.
And he said they're really permeable, but obviously it's better to not have a cup over your eye.
Have you been doing this for like ever?
Yeah, like since I
wonder
got contacts, I've
Why
been,
it's just now starting to
maybe it's just a gradual, periodic.
macular degeneration in your eyeball?
Maybe.
You're like losing your
He
eyesight.
said, like, yeah, there's extra proteins in your eye and there's white spots in your cornea, which could indicate a viral infection.
Eye muscle confirmed.
I got gains in my left eye. They ain't working too good, but they're getting there. So I keep my contacts out for a week until I go back and see him next. I got to do eye drops 4 times a day for the week, and then we'll go from there.
What kind of eye drops they give you?
Let me check the box. There's a fuck ton of things on this.
Uh oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty kitted out with the eye care right now. I got all the drops. This is neomycin, polymyxin, dexamethasone, and then there was something else on there.
They give you like 5 of them.
Dexamethasone, ophthalmic suspension, polymyxin B sulfates. There's a lot of shit. I don't know. Just things in here.
I don't know anything about eye drops.
I don't either.
That sucks.
Yeah, I hate my glasses. I
Yeah,
got new
wait.
frames though.
What do we talk about?
What?
LASIK.
I know. I'm saving. I'm gonna start saving for that. I got like
swimming in it.
$600 towards it right now.
You should call and get a quote to see like how much you should save.
Next time I'm in there, I'm gonna ask him if he recommends any doctors in
Where
the
you
area
go.
for my eye doctor. It's in North Canton, called like North Canton Vision. Dr. Mason. I've been going there for a long time. I really like him.
Yeah, when I got that metal shard in my fucking eyeball, they sent me to the Eye Centers of Ohio.
Is that right down the road?
And man, that was rough. They were just like taking Q-tips and jamming them in my eye. And,
Dude, I mean, like, what else can you even do?
I don't remember how they got it out. I went to the hospital, like the stat care, and they used. Even saying it makes me like my fucking asshole pucker. Like they took tweezers and like.
Oh, man.
I can't do it.
Did they numb your eye?
I think so. They gave me eye drops that burn, and I think that it kind of,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I think that's what they did. And they tweezered like a piece of metal out of my eyeball, but it broke when they were doing it, and there was still half of it lodged in my eye,
Dude,
and they couldn't get it.
the worst part about having something in your eye like that is even if you close your eye, it still hurts because
Every
your
time
eye's
I-
always moving.
When I blinked, it scratched the back of my eyelid.
Fuck, man. So you were just like, ouch, ouch. Every
Uh,
second, it was just
but
pain.
I couldn't keep my eye open to not scratch my eyelid because it was like reflexive, like the feeling.
Yeah,
I was like I couldn't
it
stop doing
scratches.
that.
You want to close it, and then it
I
hurts when
kept
you
on-
close it.
Every time I was doing that, it like scratched my eyeball, and it was just dripping tears. And I'm talking to the lady at the Eye Centers of Ohio, the place they sent me after I already got my eye destroyed, and they're having me fill out paperwork, and like I can't see this, and they're talking to me, asking me questions, and I'm like in severe pain, and my eyes like drooling like a fucking hungry dog, and I'm trying to sign paperwork, and it's dripping on the paper, and it was a whole disaster.
Like, man, my eye just hurts. I'll fill this out when this
It
shit
was
comes
so
out.
stupid. I got a picture of my eye. They put a dilator in, and like one pupil was like that big, and the other one was like that, and everything was off.
Was your eye super bloodshot?
Oh, it was like so red,
Like crayon red.
like ridiculous. Yeah, it's the reddest my eyes have ever been in my life. Yeah, eyes aren't fun. That's the conclusion of this.
I stand by two things. Eye pain and mouth pain
Oh,
are the
mouth pain.
two most debilitating and annoying things that people can have.
Toothache or what you're going through with your eye right now.
This like isn't horrible. Yours is significantly worse.
I think I'd still rather have the eye than a toothache.
Yeah, a toothache is
The worst thing on earth.
they suck so bad.
It's like the worst thing on earth.
Any sort of like mouth issue is just a hindrance and an annoyance.
Yeah, the swelling has nowhere to go, so it's. Ugh.
Mm-mm. I hate mouth pain, eye pain. I hate pain.
Yeah, I wish that our mouths and eyeballs were like tougher, so we never had to go through like anything.
I don't know, I was like, can I like train my eyes, make them stronger a little bit?
Sit there.
I did read this. I don't know how, if this is true in any capacity. There's this subreddit called Biohackers, and it's just people who like try and like fix things or better themselves solely biologically, like with their own body. Like some guy was saying, you can low key improve your vision if you like take your glasses off or contacts out and focus on things very far away because you're training muscles in your eyes. You know, whether there's any backing to that, I don't know, but it kind of makes sense. Like, I think what happens over time if you wear contacts or glasses is your muscles do weaken because they become reliant on like whatever lenses you're using.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that kind of tracks. I'm not an eye doctor or I don't know anything about eyes, but it seems to make sense to me.
You have the eye's a muscle.
Yeah.
But I wonder, because the heart's a muscle too, but if that gets enlarged, it's bad. Like any certain things you shouldn't.
I don't think in terms of like enlargement.
Well, I just mean the muscle.
Oh,
Certain muscles.
I wonder if I can train my heart to get tougher.
Yeah, steroids.
Stimulants, steroids.
Yeah, I could do a bunch of cocaine.
We're going to train today the heart.
What if up, you two?
Griff Bumstead.
Today
We're going to do heart
kidneys.
training.
Yeah.
Heart training, kidneys, and liver. I love C-Bum.
Yeah, he's pretty interesting. But you think after millions of years of evolution, we would have figured out how not to get toothaches? There's like nothing that can happen.
You would think so. Like, if you get an abscess in your mouth, that can kill you pretty easily.
Yeah, that's scary.
That or like, if humans went so long without like corrective lenses, like what do you think someone did in the Middle Ages if they had shitty eyesight?
Died.
Did they have like glasses back in those days?
No, they had nothing they could use. I don't think. Maybe they figured
I'm
out
so
magnifying glasses.
curious.
I don't think they did. I'd be surprised.
I actually
Maybe
would be surprised too.
How long ago are we talking? Like 1,000
Um,
years?
I'm thinking like 1300s.
I wonder.
I'll just look up when
Maybe like a monocle.
were glasses invented. 1286.
So you were,
Generally
like, right
accepted
on.
that the invention of glasses, understood as the first pair of corrective spectacles, was created in Italy sometime between 1268 and 1300.
I'm gonna need some backstory on these glasses though. Like what were What was the deal with that? Well, they didn't know about certain like prescription, like how your eyes are different than mine.
Yeah. So, and they were probably for extremely wealthy people.
Oh yeah. So if you had bad eyesight and you were poor, you sucked.
You were fucked.
Yeah.
Even I feel like even if you were middle class, did that exist?
Yeah.
Or was it like you're poor or you're wealthy?
I think there was a middle class.
They had like a serfdom.
I guess.
Either way, I feel like if
Like
you were
merchants.
like a king, then of course you got glasses. Whether or not they really helped is up for debate.
I'm so happy that I was born now. Imagine being back then. It's like 100 degrees and you got swamp ass and there's no air conditioning.
And like people didn't bathe then either.
But I heard that they were all desensitized too. Like they didn't smell each other. It was bad. Like you and I, if we went to the medieval times and took a whiff,
Probably throw up.
we'd have puked.
They had people. It was someone's job to walk around the street and pick up shit that people threw out of their windows, because they just shit out the windows and threw it outside.
Huh?
Yep, that was the job of some guy. Like
Did-
some unfortunate soul had to sift shit through the roads.
Why not just commit suicide?
Grind, dude. Pay the bills. Grind.
Hey, bro's locked in. I know they had their toilets had like slides leading out into the street where they were like high up in like whatever the fuck their castle things were, and they would shit and then like roll down the fucking.
Yeah. There was an incident. I can't remember what king or castle it was, but there was an incident where there were a lot of very important people gathered on this bench. And like not bench, but a large,
Communal shitter.
not even a shitter. What do you call like a section of basketball seating, how it goes up like that. We'll just imagine something like that.
No, we can't. We got to figure out what this is called now.
It's
This is
like
so
that.
obvious. This is such a like a. I
Like,
can't believe-
well, when I think of it,
Bleachers.
yeah, bleachers.
Duh.
It's something like that, and there's a lot of people there, and for some reason, it was built over top of like an enormous vat of shit and piss, and then the bleachers broke, and everyone fell into the shit and piss, and like people died in the shit and piss. Imagine your final moments
Yeah.
swimming in shit and piss. I could never.
What was wrong with them?
I don't know.
Like you wonder about like how they didn't get like severe. They had to have gotten like bad like bacteria infections from like just unsanitary practice.
Right. I feel like those ages were more unsanitary than like further back in time.
They did have the bubonic plague not long after. Well, not medieval times, but I wonder what they wiped with. Like okay, what about Egyptian like 6,000 years ago? Say you take a fat, steamy Taco Bell shit, right? Say you're Egyptian pharaoh, you just got like 2 Doritos Locos tacos, right? And you start getting the bubble guts. Uh-oh. What do I do now?
I don't know anything about the shitting practices of Egypt.
I'm curious.
I'm kind of curious too.
Do you wipe with a leaf? Do you wipe with your hand? Do you fucking take your peasant's fingers and
You find like the royal ass wiper, and
then he sticks them in the other peasant's mouth to clean them?
yeah, maybe. I think there was a king who actually had like a royal ass wiper. His job was to wipe the king's
Shit
ass.
on these hoes.
God damn, dude! Like, I
That's
know,
awesome.
I know they had very different mindsets than we do now, but imagine your job is to wipe someone's ass. Like that's it.
Suicide. Well, how could you just
Yeah.
like, go on? How could you sleep at night knowing that your hand was just in another man's ass wiping his poop off his butt?
Yeah, and he's probably like, "Yeah, you poor piece of shit, wipe
Yeah,
my
you
ass."
fucking worthless son of a bitch. Yeah. And you're like, yes, daddy. Like, no. Maybe it was like a kink for those people.
Yeah, maybe it was like the ass wiping guy was like, "Hey, I'll apply for the job."
Because we have people today that like to get shit on.
Yeah, and that's fucking weird.
Odell Beckham Jr. likes to get shit
He
on.
likes to get shit on.
hmm
Man,
They expose like text messages of him like asking a girl to shit on him.
yo, shit on me.
Shit on his chest. That's the sort of God.
That's so repulsive. That is beyond disgusting.
Isn't that like what has to happen in one's life to where they get to that situation and they're like, yeah, this is exciting for me.
Right, because aren't like a lot of kinks and fetishes kind of like,
Trauma related.
yeah,
Some of them.
yeah, or they're like built on like experiences you had in the past, and they like you like those things because certain things happened, I guess.
Maybe he got a boner while pooping and associated the two with, hey, this is exciting.
I would like this on my chest.
Yeah, I don't see where we're getting to that.
Yeah, like
There's like
these.
a bridge that we have to cross, and I can't figure out how we're crossing it yet.
It's like a river, but there's no bridge yet.
But there's shit in the river, and it's just fucking
And Odell Beckham Jr. is ready to
Crossing it.
dive
He's
dive
fucking-
in.
splitting the shit sea and walking through. I don't know, dude. People are fucked. I'm happy that we're past that personally. We've come a long way.
I am too.
But we're still, COVID I think helped in the sanitation department for people.
The
People
amount
realized.
the amount of people who did not wash their hands after they went to the bathroom.
Do you believe in washing your hands after you pee? Be honest.
D-
dude. Okay, if you're at home and you piss, are you washing your hands?
It
every time?
depends. If you're like a urinal, and there's splashback and shit, you gotta wash your hands.
I'm thinking about this now. This is a contemplating.
There's
Statement.
splashback, like
What
little,
if there's not? What if you aimed your willy in a peculiar direction and
I still feel like there's splashback,
maybe
but like
are
if
you pissing on the back of the urinal or are you aiming down?
well, aiming down, like in the
I don't have
the
that.
scent
Maybe it's
thing.
because I'm tall and my wiener's up here.
It might be.
Urinal's
It might be a short king
bro, that sucks.
perk.
I never. Really,
Disadvantage of being a short
you learn,
king.
I just learned something new. Like you guys, shorter people get splashback. I've never had that. Like I've never crossed my mind. Like, oh, my own piss just splashed on me. I need to wash my hands.
Yeah, always
That's
after.
interesting.
Always after.
Well, you
urinal.
learn something new every day. I
If
guess.
I'm in like a public place, I'll always wash my hands.
Yeah, if I open a door like a public bathroom, I'm automatically like.
I don't touch the handles. I always use my elbows.
I don't flush with my hands. I use my elbows.
I use my foot and I kick. If it's a urinal, I'm okay. There's a difference. Not if it's like a toilet, I'll use my foot and I'll push it. If it's a urinal, then I'll use my hand, but I'll wash it.
Okay,
I'm gonna start using my elbow though. That's a good idea.
that's nice.
Yeah, that's a big brain move.
Drop the people's elbow on the
And I like those bathrooms that have the foot peg at the bottom, so you can kick it open with your foot.
What is it?
They're like bathrooms doors on the inside, so when you leave, you don't have to touch the handle. You can pull the door open with your foot because they have a little metal thing that sticks out. You can grab it with your foot.
Is this American?
They're not crazy common.
I can't. Yeah. Were they common in Japan?
I don't remember.
What's Japan's bathroom? Isn't Japan's bathroom practice? I know we're talking about fucking shit and pissing, but this is important stuff.
It is.
Japan's bathroom practices are way better than ours. They
They're
have bidets.
so much better. They have bidets, and also the toilet is not connected to the same room as the shower. It is a separate room for just a
As
toilet.
it should be.
As it should.
I've
be.
never thought about that, but that immediately makes sense to my
It is. Just sounds so much
All right.
cleaner.
Let's paint a picture. Sometimes before your shower, you want to take a poop. Be nice and relieve it. So you take your poop. Well, now you're showering in your poop particle air.
Yep.
Makes sense. Separate the fuckers.
Or I've heard some people like fucking get out of the shower, shit, and get back in. I'm like, what are you
No
doing?
chance, dude. I have if I've had if say I had like food poisoning, and like I had no choice.
Right.
I am not ever. I'm gonna clench my shit. That's gross.
Some
Ugh.
dude, some people I know piss in the shower. They're like, well, it just gets washed anyway. I'm like, no, don't piss in the shower. Don't you piss in the shower?
Once in a while.
God damn it.
Maybe like if say I forgot to go before and the warm hot water hits my leg and I'm like, like I feel it, like I'm just gonna let it go.
No, I'm getting out. I'm going to piss. I'm not doing it in the shower.
Yeah, but then you're getting water all over the floor. And
I got a bath mat.
once in like maybe once every 27 showers.
Nah, I can't. I cannot.
Just do it
Piss
once.
stinks. Smells bad.
What the fuck you drinking and eating?
I'm probably fairly dehydrated most of the time.
Maybe. If I do you ever eat asparagus and pee?
Yeah,
It smells so bad.
it does.
It's like a fart out of your urethra.
That's. I've never heard someone say like a fart out of your.
What if we farted at her? It like tickle. You just fucking at a work meeting. And
Be like a whistle.
it starts a hiss fart.
Sorry, guys, that was me.
Excuse me. That's gross. It's hot in here.
I know. Well, I'll turn the heater off. I was perpetually cold, and I'm better now.
Oh yeah,
Better.
we got to talk about your freezing motorcycle experience today. So, I heard that you made a mistake
God
with
damn.
our buddy Mitchell.
Way too cold to ride. I'm not going to let Mitch convince me to ride on cold ass days anymore.
Did he give you like the fucking pub?
No. I was like all for it. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then I got all my gear on. I went outside. By the way, putting glasses on inside of my helmet, the biggest pain in the ass of my life.
Really?
Yeah, because
put them on, put your helmet on, and then put your glasses.
yes, but there's pads in my helmet where the frames that are on my head would go up, so it would push my glasses up like this. So I had to like pull it to the side and then wiggle them down.
My helmet has channels, so like my sunglasses.
That
I
is
wear,
so awesome.
you wouldn't even feel them. It was like just sitting there like that.
Yep, mine totally does not have that.
Well, somebody
That's a
has
great thing to look for.
Amazon pink helmet.
Hey, I didn't expect I'd have to wear my glasses
You
while
need a
I'm
new
there.
helmet. Let's get you a new helmet.
I do actually need a new helmet.
You can get the one I got. It's like $200 and it's
No,
so
I want a
nice.
fun helmet.
No. Well, yeah, but like, not the ears.
They're pretty
Not
awesome,
because they're
though.
not cool, but it just
They're very bad with wind,
Yeah.
like horrible with wind. I know.
there's a lot of cool helmets. Like you like design. Ooh, they make like Japanese anime themed designs.
That'd be cool.
Or you can get like a black or a white one and just put your stickers and stuff.
Yeah, I could do that too. Well, you can plan it out. Something can happen.
You could put her on your.
Yeah, I can actually just put it on the back of the bike.
Yeah. So now that you've had this experience, what's your cutoff, you think, temperature? Mine was like, I told Mitchell it was like 55, 60.
I was gonna say 55,
But
60.
even 55 is pushing it.
It helps when the sun's out, but if the sun's not out, that makes it a lot worse. The wind chill.
When we rode back from Serpent's Mountain at night, I think it was around 55. And that was very cold.
I was pretty cold. I was getting chilly,
Yeah, oh, that was
definitely.
cold. But it wasn't like frozen.
No, today I was frozen. I took my gloves off. My hands were like red as fuck. Well, just the fingers. Like the hands were white like a ghost. And then the fingers were crazy red. I could not get warm for the life of me. I was sitting like this, all curled up. I'm like, please get warm. I was ready. I was eating hot food. I was trying everything.
You got to get a heated blanket.
I don't want to eat like
So
I get like too hot at night. So when I go to bed, I don't even like really use a blanket, but I wake up with the blanket.
nice. What? You just say you don't use a blanket to fall asleep?
Like sometimes if it's
You
hot.
fucking psychopath. So you lay there. I get a picture of your stiff ass. It's fucking- That's weird. That's like sleeping with socks on your jeans.
That's what I've slept in jeans plenty. If I'm at a friend's, I do, but at home, I don't. Like, don't get me wrong, that's not
Why?
because these are pretty comfortable.
No. You're just telling yourself. You're lying to me. You know you're lying.
I'm not
Comfortable by jean standards.
like Mitch wears jeans. You wear jeans. These
Don't
are
you
like
insult me again.
no. There's nothing wrong with that.
They're not like Mitchell dad jeans.
Not like that. Like they're
I
straight
wear a
up.
slim
They're
fit.
straight up denim.
You wear skinny jeans.
Not like fit material. Mine are very stretchy.
Oh.
They're like part denim, part stretchy.
Yeah, but like it's
It makes it way more comfortable.
stiffer.
No, it's not. It's loose.
My gripe with skinny jeans is it cramps my nuts.
I don't have that issue.
I'm sorry. But it
Maybe I
cramps
just
my
don't have nuts.
And it makes me uncomfortable. Like I whenever I'm laying down and like I'll lay down in my jeans and I'm wiggling to get comfortable.
I like everything to be compact and secure.
Boxer briefs.
I hate baggy clothes. I cannot wear baggy clothes. Like an oversized t-shirt I fuck with, but pants, if they are like floating on me, I feel so out of my element.
What if you wore like slim fit? So where it's fitted in your thigh, it's not.
Nah, it's gotta
squeezing your
go all the way
calf.
down. All the way. I like the calf squeeze. You gotta try like look.
I have.
No, I gotta get you the right. You gotta get the brand that I
Hear me
get
out.
from.
The wind.
That's Airplane.
No. I have worn. I had a skinny jean phase for half a decade minimum, 8 years.
Yeah,
at
you were
least.
seen as fuck.
I wore like that every day. Red, blue, white, pink, every color you could think
Hold on. Red,
of. 100%.
blue,
Yep.
pink.
Yes.
I had white, so I can't say anything, but I didn't like 'em.
Yellow.
Huh?
Yellow. I can like I'm
Dude, why?
picturing these outfits. 100%.
How old were you? You got to be like 50.
25. I'm
Dog.
joking. I'm joking. I was it's just last week.
Like what? 14, 15,
I was
16?
between the ages of 14 and probably 18. 17, 18.
17
Where
and
I wore,
18.
like the yellow and the pink and stuff.
So, no,
Don't talk to
that's
me
getting
about
there.
getting anywhere cringe. Okay?
That's a little cringe.
Okay?
You would like walk around with pink and yellow skinny jeans
Yeah, I
on?
don't give a fuck. I would wear my daily outfit was weird. So I was like emo on the bottom and like privileged Jackson student on the top. Hollister hoodie and like skinny black or pink or weird colored jeans. And then Osiris shoes like everybody.
Osiris?
Yes.
Damn.
I was fucking seeing
Damn.
what was cool. Vans or Osiris. Or the Supra. Justin Bieber, remember he would rock the Supra?
The Supras?
I had them. Black and purple.
Damn.
I rocked them.
You were kidded
Man, I
out.
think they actually look pretty good. To this day, I think those are actually like pretty good looking shoes.
What do they look like?
I'll show you. Like I don't know why they never got more. I mean, they were popular, but they like fell off.
I think your fit could work if the
Nah.
jeans weren't colored. Black
Yeah.
or a very dark wash. Or actually I like light wash skinny jeans too, but the shoes got to complement.
I'm gonna show you the exact shoes that I would wear. I think these are cool. As
I
fuck.
seen Osiris shoes. Supras I cannot. I don't mind those at all.
And they were so comfortable, and they fell off so hard, and I wish they didn't. They were like skate shoes and everything.
Yeah, they look like a decent styled shoe.
They were cool because they protected your ankles when I would skateboard. So like I had a problem with rolling my ankles frequently, and so I started wearing high tops. This thing is flaccid. Wait a minute.
Oh, do you need the
There we go. But yeah. So once I switched to high tops, I stopped fucking my ankles up.
I never wore high tops when I skated. It was always like Stefan Janowski's and stuff like that.
That's what I have on right now.
Janowski's?
Yeah.
I have on oh, these aren't Janowski's, these are the fucking Hey Dudes. They're comfy. Yeah, I've worn them here before. They're really comfortable. But I would have worn my Janowski's up here. But I don't want to get them dirtier.
Buy some from eBay. They don't make like the cool ones.
I know. There was a cherry blossom pair that I wanted for
I was looking at 'em before.
years.
Me too.
years.
know
I wanted
exactly
these
what you're
things.
talking about.
They're like a darker color with the cherry blossoms
Yeah.
painted on them. Yeah,
They're
those.
expensive.
Yeah, I know.
I seen them on eBay. Somebody was selling them in my size, and I want to say it was like $300.
I could have bought them for $75. This was back in, I was probably a senior in high school at this time. I could have, but me and Alex were like, nah, we'll wait.
Yeah, you made.
I had these really cool mint black speckled ones that I really liked.
Janowski's were like the best.
I went crazy with the colors on them.
See, that's cringe.
Looking back, yeah.
Like, did you ever wear like I wore like Universe like hoodies?
Oh, like cosmic hoodies. Yeah,
I thought it was
that's
the
cringe.
coolest thing I could possibly wear.
That's
I was
cringe.
like, I'm gonna adorn this, and I'm gonna get so much ass when I walk in the building.
Bro, the bitches are gonna love my Universe hoodie.
Turns out, they didn't. But it was not my Universe hoodie in my head. It wasn't my pink jeans. It's just, so it was them. It's
Like if you walked into Hot Topic, you were probably fitting right in,
yeah.
or like Spencer's.
Except I was 2 feet taller than all of them.
Yeah,
There's all like a lot of emo kids were like super short.
a lot of emo kids were super short and scrawny, like
Yeah.
very, very thin.
Like 5'4" and like 110
Yeah,
pounds.
it's like they didn't eat food.
Yeah, it was like if you don't, I've never seen name me a fat emo person that had like clout. Hey,
They're all like very scrawny and small.
yeah. I remember there was what was his name? Like I wanted to look like him so bad. It was like a real popular emo dude that all the girls liked. It was
Blood on the dance floor.
no. It was like an emo model at the time.
I wouldn't know him.
And I was like, oh, fucking hate that motherfucker because I don't look
I
like
want to. I want to be him.
yeah. And I would like I'd try everything I could, like my hair and everything, and it never worked.
How did you do? Like you have. It looks fairly straight now, but you have like curly hair, don't you? Fairly curly, wavy.
When I get out of the shower, I wear a hat and it just kind of straightens it on its own. I don't blow dry my hair anymore either.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Too much heat is bad, but it has volume. You can get volume out of the air.
If I blow dry it,
Yeah, like the hat will.
well, if I blow dry it, it makes it.
Oh, it does.
I have really thick hair, so like it grows like
Out and then
out
down.
and long. so I have to be careful with what I'm doing. But okay, my hair used to be like extremely long, so I would just straighten the shit out of it. I would
Flat iron?
flat iron.
Bro,
the
I used to flat iron
ends,
my hair too.
and I would hear it.
Yeah.
And smell it, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. It means it's working. I would like catch my hair on fire basically on a daily basis.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yep, and then dye it bleach blonde the next day.
I've done that too.
Yep, and then wonder why is my hair fucking up? Like, what's going on here? What's wrong with my hair? But we were all stupid at one point.
I would still like. I'll still occasionally flat iron my hair,
Me too.
but it's a lower heat, very quick strokes. I'm
Yeah.
like almost no heat on at
I
all.
like fucking. That's
Yep.
it. Like real quick.
Yep. That's more than enough to do it, and then
Yeah.
I'll blow dry it as well in the direction that I need. Mine reacts fairly well. If you take product while your hair's still kind of wet and apply it from the back to the front, and then like blow dry it with that and a comb or a brush.
Having thick hair sucks.
I wish
It works for you, but I've tried everything, and it's just like what I want doesn't happen. I
think
just
you-
have to let it do its thing.
right now my hair's at the point. The top is significantly longer than the sides because my previous haircut I would go like long top, short sides. Now I'm growing it out.
Oh, I remember that.
So I'm starting to get that like dollar bill flow with George Washington where it's coming out of the sides. And I don't know what to do with it anymore.
It's
just
cool
at,
when it's long on the sides.
it's not long on the sides now. It like pops out of my hat and curls. Like I straight up got that 1776 flow.
It can be majestic.
It cannot. It looks so bad. It looks horrendous. And then the top of my hair is like it remains fairly straight, and
you're
the
lucky.
sides curl.
I always wanted like straighter hair,
I've always wanted straight hair too.
but now that I'm older, I'm like, everybody likes like waves. Like the girls that I go to get my hair cut, sometimes they'll refuse to cut the curls out, and I'll be like, just fucking cut them. Like, okay, but they fucking look. They make me feel good because they're like complimenting me, but I'm like, I just want my curls cut. But I see that like people kind of like wavy hair,
Hmm.
I guess. So it's cool with me now, but back when I wanted to be emo, I was pissed. That's why I set it on fire every day.
Yeah, get rid of those curls.
Yeah. Did you listen to that song that I sent you?
I was thinking about it on the drive up here, and I forgot about it.
Asshole.
I was like, what was the name of that song you showed me
It
today?
is so catchy.
What was it? Because I had it like typed into Spotify. I found it, and now it's gone. It's gone.
The City Is Ours is the band name.
Up there it is. Recent searches.
Yeah.
The city is ours, and the song is
In the Dark.
there. It is latest release.
I like songs with unique choruses, and this has a unique chorus that's extremely catchy.
It's in the queue. It is next up.
You know who is impressing me with their music taste is Mitchell.
Yeah. When
Like-
we were driving to the gun range, he was playing things, and I could tell it was very heavily influenced by you.
Yeah, but I'll send him something,
But-
and then he'll send me something heavier back. I'm
Yeah,
like, you
that's-
like that?
It's cool, and he loves Ghost.
Yeah.
We was playing Ghost. I'm like, you fucking like Ghost?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I sent him that song, and he's like, I like that, but I like this one even more. And it was nothing but harsh vocals and like fast paced. I was like, what? That's based.
I don't expect that out of Mitch.
Like, bro came from AC/DC to this. Like,
That's how it starts, though. Like I
for
started
me.
it. Where did you start?
Alice in Chains. And Alice in Chains was when I was real young, and then Seether, Shine Down, 3 Days
Oh,
Grace.
we went very different directions,
Mhm.
but we kind of ended up in low key the same place.
Yeah, except I became not an elitist, and you did.
Yeah, that's what happens when you listen to Tech Death.
You can't, because everything else must be like.
It's not even like that.
But then you listen to the anime girl songs, and that,
Yeah, I love J-pop.
that
And
throws me off with like how. I'm not saying like it's bad. I'm just saying like you are so
would you probably like pop songs too? Like, do you like some Lady Gaga bangers?
fuck yeah, dude.
Lady Gaga
Paparazzi?
hits. Paparazzi is awesome.
I love pop.
Lady Gaga goes hard.
Yeah, and then there's like other like poppy. Oh, people don't like her, but Melanie Martinez. She's got the gap in her teeth.
Don't know her. I've probably heard this song before though.
100% you've heard of her.
There's a Jaden Smith song I like.
Jane Smith. I've never heard anything by him.
It's her. Will Smith's daughter.
What's his son's name?
Um,
Oh no, you're wrong. It's fucking that's the
fuck,
guy.
what's her
it's
name?
Willow Smith.
Willow Smith. That's right.
the girl.
I
was
don't
like,
know.
that's a
Yeah, Jaden Smith is his son.
yeah.
He's goofy. But
Dude.
Willow Smith has some. I've only heard the one song by her, but I like it. And she features on another song. It's in the Fortnite game where
Yeah.
it's like Rock Band Fortnite. I don't know what the name of the song is. I've heard it. I found out because I Googled it.
It's gross.
And my friend Kyle loves Miley Cyrus. I don't really.
Jeez, I mean, I get it. Like, what was that song about, like, USA?
Party in the USA.
I think that.
He likes stuff after that. It's not bad.
Lana Del Rey is good.
Lana Del Rey is awesome.
Avril Lavigne,
I haven't really listened to too much Avril Lavigne, other than like
she's good.
the normal stuff that plays.
What? Okay, what's your most like guilty pleasure music?
It might be like Russian
I wouldn't expect.
Russian depression music. You
That's the
once
last thing I
once
would've
you
expected.
hear it, you're like, okay, this makes sense why you described it as that, but it sounds so cool. It's so interesting.
Like Russian Depression era,
No,
or
no.
just like is it modern?
There's a really popular band. I don't even know what genre to
I
call them.
like German drill rap.
Really?
Yeah, these people are nuts. Like they're legit.
German drill rap.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check some of that out. But these guys, it's like, it just has this vibe, and I'm like, I fuck
Sounds
with
like,
it. That's it the whole time, pretty much.
I get it. That's something you could like ride your bike to or something.
Yeah, if I'm driving or sitting in the sun, I'm like just jamming out to whatever the fuck
Sound
this
like
is.
the Beach Boys. Everybody
It has
loves
like that
surfing.
older. Okay, not the Beach Boys. It's not
Surfing USA.
not like that, but it's got like the old sound vibe to it, even though it's new.
I like older music a lot, like 50s, 60s. Buddy Holly, Dion and the Belmonts, like they're really good.
I've never heard of the Iron of the Belmonts.
Dion and the Belmonts.
Dude, never heard of them.
My grandpa sat in his car in high school. He went Dion, they were huge at the time. Went to prom with a girl at my grandpa's high school, and he parked his car outside of it, and my grandpa knew it was his car and sat in it.
That's cool as fuck.
No, something, yeah, it's like a weird fact,
Your grandpa's a gamer.
isn't he? Bro, like broke and entered into this this car, committed whatever, but I would.
There's
That's the put your head on my shoulder. No, that's Paul
I've
Anka.
probably
I
I've
lied
even
to you.
heard
That's
it.
Paul Anka.
It's a song St. James Infirmary Blues is by
I love music. I've been getting into like some
Louis
shit like
Armstrong. Has a fantastic voice.
Louis Armstrong.
It sounds so
Why did I think of Lance Armstrong?
not Lance Armstrong. Louis
So
Armstrong.
Louis wasn't riding the bike.
Louis was not riding the
Getting
bike.
popped for
Louis was
equipoise.
singing his heart out.
While riding the bike?
No bikes
okay.
involved. But it sounds so like aggressive, but not aggressive. It's very
raspy?
harsh. Very harsh.
Hmm.
And he kills it. You got to listen to St. James Infirmary Blues. I think he mostly does like jazz music, kind of.
So you also have like weird, different music.
I think
adventures.
I feel like everyone does.
I wonder because like a lot of people just listen to like one genre.
I think people who listen to country only know how to listen to country.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like or rap, country and rap. If
Yeah.
they listen to country, they might listen to rap, which is like counterintuitive.
It's neat because metal is like, I feel like metal is, in a sense, a very open genre.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like obviously, there's people who are like anti anything that isn't metal, and they're cringe. But I think metal leaves a lot of doors open because it takes influences from a lot of places.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I love when they mix like hip hop elements. That's what that one song kind of does in some parts. But I've been on. This is gonna sound fucked up. I've been on a Kanye West kick.
I heard his new album was dog shit bad.
Yeah, except for Carnival. There's a song called Carnival. It's pretty good. I didn't like his new album, but he was so good. Like his old stuff. Like I'm revisiting
It's
it.
exactly what I hear. Everyone says they love the old Kanye stuff.
Like the storytelling and his wordplay, and it's so like smooth. It's not like rap. It's like, oh, this I could like fall asleep to this. Like chill. He's really good.
I could never get into him.
I don't think like him.
I still don't think I can.
So like if you've heard Runaway, the one with the piano, it's like ding, ding. It's like 9 minutes long.
Probably not.
It's common practice to know that the first time you listen to that song, your life will change. It's such a good song. You have to listen. It's like everybody is like, if you're hearing this for the first time, I'm jealous of you. It's insane.
Should I hold out?
No, just listen.
Should I be the holdout?
Listen to it.
I kind of want to be the holdout.
No,
Just, I don't know.
it came out in like 2005.
That's fine. That's before Kanye went nutty.
Yeah.
But I don't think you should associate the art with the artist
Mm,
to an extent.
yeah,
Unless
I
they
agree.
sing about the shit they do crazy in the art.
I agree, but like, what's that? The Hollow Prophets or the Sex Prophets? The Ian Watkins, the lead singer, got popped for like child porn and horrible things.
Just
Like he wanted to abuse like a child with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend was just, like down for it.
my problem with that is like, obviously that's bad.
I feel so
Like,
bad for the band.
It's hard. It's like, I understand not wanting to support the band because in theory you're supporting that person. But it just kind of sucks because if someone makes good shit, then it's good shit. And you can't really deny that.
Oh, I know.
And that's the difficult thing. Like, you want to listen to
Sometimes it makes you feel like a little rebellious too. And you're like,
it a little bit. Like, this is good.
Yeah.
I don't support this
Everybody
guy, but
else
this is
hates
good.
this, but I kind of fuck with it. Like, yeah, but okay, so it ruins it for me a lot of times if it's like, I don't know, like the band Issues. I used to love them, and then the guy got popped for talking like underage girls. I'm just like, man, it's kind of like, it's hard to see past it because you're hearing
Yeah,
his
it
voice
is
in your
hard.
head, and you're just like, this guy's fucking touching
Do you know Tim Lambesis of
Lambesis.
Yeah, Lambesis.
If As I Lay Dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to My Own Grave the other day. I'm like, that song is so fucking good.
What he did was metal as fuck.
Yeah, he tried to have his wife killed.
That's hard. Like, and then he drops like these heaters. And
I know. I'm like, damn, like this song goes really hard.
My Own Grave is probably in my top 5 of all time metalcore.
It
song.
is.
It's one of my favorites ever.
It's such a good song.
And then there's another one. Oh, this is what got me into metalcore was As I Lay Dying. Like metalcore itself, I heard I Never Wanted. It's an old song that came out in like the mid 2000s by them. It's so good.
I'll have to listen to it.
It's old. That's like that literally kicked me off. I was like, what is this? And then I went on the rabbit hole. And then Suicide Silence is what got me into deathcore.
Suicide Silence was.
In 2009.
I would say Black Dahlia Murder got me more towards deathcore.
What year did you get into? Like, what I want to know when you transitioned from old Volston sound, because I remember like hearing like your old stuff was like, what would
That
you
was
consider
like
that?
heavily influenced by thrash.
Yeah. So when did you transition from that
When I learned about Children of Bodom and death.
in like 2012?
That would have.
Were you at St. Thomas?
Yeah. I started St. Thomas in 2013.
Did you feel like kind of an outcast? Because I would, if I was listening to like satanic black metal at St. Thomas, which I was, I felt like these they don't understand me.
Low key, like I would walk into school every day with my headphones on, and I'd be listening to like Megadeth and stuff. And I'm like, I'm just gonna chill with my music. And then, like when class started, I took them out and talked to people. But that was what I listened to. Like on the ride to football games on the bus, I would listen to like Megadeth and stuff.
You ever wear a band shirt with like a pentagram on it?
No, the worst band shirt I wore at St. Thomas was a Flogging Molly shirt, and they had me turn it inside out. They said you can't wear that.
What was on it?
It was the name Flogging Molly that they didn't like.
Why?
Because flogging is like, it can be multiple things, but I'd say most people associate it with like a sexual act.
Oh, I didn't know that. What the fuck is flogging?
It's like whipping, but the whip is like leather and has a bunch of tassels on it, and you flog someone.
Bro, they were freaks. You should have. Why you know that? That's why.
But-
Why you know what that is?
Hey, Joey V, why you know this?
Dude, yeah. Like, what are you into? You got a red room at home? God damn, I never knew. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I loved Children of Bodom's guitar work and like the musical aspects because I heard the vocals. I originally saw this video in like this EMG TV, the pickup brand, and I saw Alexi. I'm like, dude, that guy's name is cool as fuck. I'm gonna watch this video. And I listened to it, and they did an instrumental guitar cover of it. I'm like, this is badass. So I listened to the actual song, and I hated the vocals. That was the first time I heard like
Harsh folk.
harsh, screaming, guttural type stuff, and I'm like, this fucking sucks. But then I was reading the comments, and people said like, yo, Hate Breeder's such a great album. So I went to the Hate Breeder album. And the first 4 albums of Children of Bodom are very, very neoclassical, melodic death metal. and
You
I
said,
fucked
oh.
with neoclassical so heavy. That's all I listened to for like 2 years straight, and then that led me to Death, and then Death led me to all this other stuff, and then because Death low key invented technical death metal. They're like the forefathers of it. So then I started learning about technical death metal.
I
And
never listened to Death.
they're like one of the only bands that most people recognize as having no bad albums. They have 7 albums.
Like I've seen the shirts, but I've never.
I fucking love Death. Chuck Schuldner's an amazing guitarist, and it's really cool. Their album, the first album, is recorded like shit. It sounds horrible, and then as they go on, like obviously, the production gets better, but this you can hear the change in the way they write over every album. Like the first 3 are very death metal, and then it gets like progressive death metal, and then like technical progressive death metal. It's so cool. It's amazing.
I'm gonna check Death out.
I 100% recommend Death to anybody and everyone everywhere.
You mentioned Hate Breeder,
Hatebreeder.
which reminds me of Hate Breed.
I hate Hatebreed.
Guess who told me they liked Hate Breed today at work?
Mitch?
No. Good luck. Starts with a J.
John?
No. What you wouldn't expect. You motherfucking reader, you
No way.
I'm dead ass.
Jeff?
dead ass. I was talking to Damien about music. He walked in the break room, and I know that he likes like rock and stuff. I was like, he's got good music taste. Like you like I was like, you like 3 Days Grace and all them, and he's like, yeah, they're all right, but I really like Pantera. So I was like, dude, Pantera fucks. Like that's awesome. And then he's like, yeah. I said like, oh, you like the beat down like type metal, and he's like, yeah, like Hatebreed. I was like, excuse me.
I love learning about music taste in people that I wouldn't expect it.
I wouldn't. Yeah, never. He's into like complete like 90s metal, like hardcore thrash and like beat down metal. And
Damn, that's cool.
I'm just like, what?
That's cool as fuck.
I like Hatebreed. Okay. Wait, let me retract my statement.
My reason for hating Hatebreed is not because of their music. It's another reason.
What?
It's because it was forced down my throat like Nirvana.
Oh, or like Wage War.
Yes.
I like Wage War.
I hate them because people would not shut the fuck up about them.
You can't let that ruin your band.
I cannot get it out of my head.
But I can
I
see why
can't.
you wouldn't like Wage War though. Like they're very generic. I mean, they're good at what they do, but they have a generic.
I
sound.
think the old Wage War stuff sounded cool. Like they use a lot of cool guitar stuff.
Like
And then
River or whatever.
Alex said their new stuff sucks ass.
I think their latest album had 3 or 4 good songs that I really liked, and then I didn't really care for the rest. I love talking about music.
I do too.
I can talk about music all day.
I was thinking about this. Back in the day, like the 50s and 60s, like metal didn't exist. What do you think? Well, I was thinking, like, when do you think the progression of lyrics in metal went from like Black Sabbath type stuff to Black Dahlia Murder or Infant Annihilator? Because they sing about some rancid shit. Have you ever read any of their lyrics? They're bad.
But the fun fact about Infinite Annihilator is almost all their lyrics are directly related to biblical stories.
And that's cool. That's just like another aspect of
they-
it that's like, we're going to take from this and put it in the music.
But they make it like to where you can't avoid like, that's really fucked up, which I like. So that's a good question.
Let me pull up some Black Sabbath lyrics first, kind of as
Because I can't like think of any Black Sabbath. I know what you're talking about, like AC/DC, like.
We'll do War Pigs. So this just seems like generals gather their masses, just like witches at black masses. Masses and masses was rhymed. Good job, Ozzy. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. Like these are kind of cool, but
It's not ripping the cunt out of a female witch
no, it is not.
molesting her
Not even
firstborn.
close.
with a stick and.
I feel like a lot of these
Cold.
guys were singing about war, and that was like the main
Yeah.
drive.
I wonder what Black Sabbath was 70s.
Yeah,
What was going on in the 70s to motivate them to write about war?
late stage Vietnam,
Yeah, but
or it
that's
just ended.
just Nam.
Just Nam. Well, these guys were British too.
You know what I mean? That's just Nam. Like, fuck.
These guys were from the UK. Like Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, Slayer.
Metallica wrote about war a lot.
Slayer's low key the outlier. They wrote a lot about satanic stuff, whereas Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica wrote about war and politics.
I think maybe there was like a pioneer, like a Slayer, that got the shock aspect of their lyrics, and people listened. So maybe other bands copied the shock value aspect.
I can see that.
And like, hey, we're gonna write this so people pay attention, and they caught on as like, and I think that gives metal a bad name though. Like say you're a parent and your kid is listening to metal and you read the lyrics and it's about like worshiping a satanic deity and fucking his child's dog. Like, huh? Like you're not listening to that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they give themselves a bad name, but I also think that
it's kind of cool.
yeah, it's kind of cool. Like listen to whatever the fuck you want.
It's kind of cool to be like the bad guy. Like, yeah, I listen to this. I mean, it's cringy, but it's kind of cool.
There's so the most fucked up genre of metal is not deathcore or like black metal or anything. It's grindcore. The lyrics of grindcore are fucking horrifying. Like Ingested lyrics, I love Ingested.
Throw out some grindcore bands.
Ingested. Abominable Putridity.
Just the names are like, whoa.
They're top notch, like fucked.
Ingested songs, lyrics, albums. Let's go to a Skinned and Fucked, I Despoiler,
Like they literally
Invidious, The Divine Rights
Yeah.
of Kings.
they throw anything that's not grindcore.
This
and
one
just-
looks really popular.
they shit
Skinned
on
and
them.
Fucked.
Skinned and Fucked is good.
Yeah, these are nasty.
Read some lyrics from them.
Violent bursts of rape-induced frenzy.
Yep.
Another dies by these hands of mine. I feel sick of these useless lumps of flesh that stain my eyes. Faceless, they're watching me, it seems. They know my every thought and sin, my desire for the blood that stains the soul.
Yeah, they put every other genre to shame with like lyrical content. Abominable Putridity was one of my.
Yo, tied up, gagged and bound, asses up, faces down. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I can't even think of how to spell this.
What was it?
Abominable Putridity. Here. These fucking they just say horrible things and it's awesome. They talk a lot about like gore. I mean grindcore gore.
You've obviously heard. I mean, I think one of the most popular or easily talked about bands when it comes to this topic is dude, why is their name escaping
Give me a
me?
hint.
They have a song called Hammer Smash Face.
Cannibal Corpse.
Yes, Cannibal Corpse, and their imagery is very gruesome.
This is a song about blood shooting from your cock. That yeah,
Yeah, I come blood.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of. I wonder if they kind of pioneered that. In a way, that extreme.
I low key think their idea behind it was, how disgusting can we make this shit?
Yeah,
That's fine.
it's like the sound could be labeled as like a disgusting sound.
Yeah, it is gross sounding.
So yeah, I get it. I love fucked up metal. I was listening to Ingested and Abominably Putridity at like 13 years old, and that was just like on my way to school bus ride music.
That's like moving back and forth your head, and then you're listening to those lyrics.
Yeah, and totally like I knew what they were saying, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Like you're listening to Nicki Minaj, fuck you, you suck.
Oh yeah, I remember those
I
days.
had that mindset.
I did too.
I thought I was this shit, dude, but I wasn't even the fart. I was just walking around.
I think the musical progression of metal is interesting too.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, let's go back to Black Sabbath. It's slow, dark, and then over time it gets faster with like the introduction of thrash, and then
Thrash is ass.
like guitarists get better and drummers get better, bassists get better, vocals get not just like a yelling, but like an actual technique behind it now, where there's gutturals, highs and lows, and the musicianship just goes up from there. It skyrockets because people just get so fucking good at this.
I have a problem though with modern metal.
What is it?
I think that they're trying to outdo one another. When like okay, so say like Lorna Shore drops that to the Hellfire song, that becomes like the hot thing, and the breakdown is considered like one of the most like I don't know, like one of the best breakdowns ever written. Like that's what like a person would say who likes breakdowns.
That's the one that's like dun dun
And he
dun,
does the-
and there's big
and-
squeals and
yep.
shit.
Like that. Thing,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like sometimes musicians can get too competitive, and instead of just writing something that's good, they want to write the most complicated and complex thing, and that's not. It's in my opinion, that's not always good.
I can agree with that 100%.
Like just write something that sounds good.
Yeah, something that
They're trying to impress the other musicians, and I'm just like, but you have fans that
right.
support you.
Like make something that you want to make, not because you feel like you have to
I
outdo
got a
somebody.
controversial question about like musicians. I used to think about this when so it's like my favorite band would drop a new album, and I hated it. Like say like Northlane for example, their latest album, some of it I didn't hate, but it was like, this is kind of mid, and I was pissed because I'm like, this is them. Are we recording?
I'm just checking.
No, this is them. Like they're bragging about it. Like we wanted to write what we really wanted to write and all this shit and what we wanted to do, and like I'm at a crossroads, because like your fans like what like they supported you because they liked the music that you made, and then you're an artist and you can make what you want, but you kind of shit on them when you make something that's selfishly what you wanted. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not-
see what you mean.
And like I think that they have an obligation to their fans in a way to give back to them musically, and I think sometimes bands can be way too selfish with their own ideas. I know that sounds weird, but
No, I know what you mean.
they shit on their music sometimes. I'm just like, fuck.
Like
you.
say a band released their first album or first two albums and they're really, really well received and they grow a fan base. And then the third album is nothing like those two
Bring Me
because
the Horizon does that.
they're
shit.
like, that's what we wanted to do. It's like, well,
What about the people that made your career?
right. And is that not what you wanted to do for the first two albums? Did you just make those because you thought
Popularity.
they'd get popular?
So I'm at like a crossroads with that because like I get it. Like if they're not happy, they're not gonna want to do it anymore. But like Slipknot fucking sucks now.
Yeah, Slipknot does suck now. I think the issue with Slipknot is they're all rich, old, in their own head fucks.
I think two of them are the problem.
Clown and Corey Taylor.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard Corey Taylor's like newest project, Corey motherfucking Taylor?
I don't even want to think.
Dude, that
about it.
makes me just it makes my skin crawl of cringe.
How does he not realize?
I don't know.
Like, how are you Corey Taylor and you don't go to bed and like think,
I'm
Corey
Corey motherfucking Taylor.
maybe this doesn't come off too well. Like this is weird. Like maybe I should change this, because they were like the epitome of not cringe back in the day. Like,
Yeah,
they
they
would
were-
do whatever the fuck you
They
want.
were awesome.
Yeah, they were sweet. Like 99 Slipknot and like early
People
2000s.
equal shit, stuff like that.
Yeah, beating
You-
the shit out of each other on stage.
Yeah, that's
setting each other
fucking
on
cool.
Fire. Yeah, and then their new music is ass. Their personalities became ass. I hate it because like it kind of ruins Slipknot for me.
It
Like even
does.
their old stuff, I listen to it. I'm like, like this is the people that wrote this, and it kind of turns me off to it. I guess, which sucks. That's like one of my favorite.
I hated they always kicked like members out.
Jay
for-
Weinberg.
Jay Weinberg was an amazing drummer. Joey Jordison, even though he's dead now, was an amazing drummer. They always have an issue with drummers, it seems. And then there was the controversy of one of their percussion players, I think, the dude with the needle sticking out of his face. He got kicked out, and then he sued him because they weren't
Is
paying
that
him
Chris
enough.
Fenn?
It might have been Chris Fenn.
Chris Fenn had
He had the
the-
nose. He was a
Oh.
big nose guy.
He got kicked out too.
Yeah, I don't know if they've replaced so many members. What it seems like over money issues, and I'm like, man,
That's every time. It's
that
been-
sucks.
Yeah, fuck Slipknot.
The weird thing, I love Megadeth, and they go through members like a revolving door. Like Dave Mustaine is constant. David Ellefson was constant until like I think he was talking to like underage girls, which is cringe. But Dave Mustaine is the only constant. And they would go through guitarists, drummers, left and right. But it didn't bother me. I don't know why.
Because the vocal stays the same.
Yeah, the vocals stay the same. But Megadeth vocals, this is probably maybe an unpopular opinion, but the vocals kind of suck. Dave Mustaine is not a great singer at all.
It's like Symphony of Destruction. I like that song.
I love Megadeth. Don't get me wrong, I do. I always liked, out of the big four, they were my favorite of all time.
I see what you're saying, though. There's nothing like strong about their vocals. It just
Nothing
kind of,
at
they're
all.
there.
Their guitar work is fantastic.
Yeah.
The drumming is okay.
I mean, like the vocal ideas are well done, but like the actual presentation of
Yes.
them is okay.
But they had a guitarist, Chris Broderick. He was an amazing guitarist. And he left in like he either joined in 2013 or left in 2013. But he left because Dave Mustaine didn't want him to use a 7-string. And Chris Broderick was such an amazing guitarist. I'm like, dude, if you give him a 7th string, he's going to go fucking ham. Like, this
Why?
could help you out so much, make your music so much better.
Like, why did he ever give a reason?
I think because he's an old thrash guy. And
I
it's
don't
like
know.
stick to the roots of thrash and that cringe.
It's cringe, but like I kind of respect it. I guess when people are so dedicated to like their craft that everything has to be like I don't know. Like it's just I get it though. Like you got to move on. A little
Yeah.
bit.
I mean,
How old is Dave Mustaine?
it's probably in his 60s.
He's old fucker.
All those guys, all the big four are pretty old now.
I'm
You know,
scared of getting-
Slayer's getting back together.
How old are they? They're like 60.
They're in their 60s. I saw their farewell tour, and I was like, okay, Slayer's done because Jeff Hanneman was dead, Dave Lombardo was kicked out, so it was just Tom Araya and Kerry King, and Kerry King sucks ass at writing solos. And now they're making a new album, and I'm like, man, you guys should have just stopped. Like,
They must need money. That's all it is.
yeah,
Like I'm surprised Slipknot's still touring. How did they survive with 9 members?
they don't pay most of them shit. I
never
assume
mind. Yeah, they don't pay anybody.
Corey Taylor
anything.
gets paid and Clown gets paid.
Yeah, fuck them. Man, that's bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. So, you remember the Mushroom Head controversy with Slipknot?
What was it?
So, like, they were beefing over who stole, like, whose,
Oh.
like, ideas and stuff like that. I remember how angry I was at Mushroom Head because I was a Slipknot fan. But I'm pretty sure that Mushroom Head came before Slipknot. I think they were doing the mask.
I think you spin your mic.
Fuck.
See the back. Press those two.
Let's talk
Yeah, you
like
want
this.
fuck that. There, right. Press if you press this and that simultaneously together, it'll loosen it. There you go.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, that's better.
How come I don't see it when I tap it?
I see it.
Where?
Look over there, the right side of the screen, bottom. The green line going up. You're the left side.
On the right side?
Right side of like the monitor, in that box.
Dude, I'm blind. Whatever.
You got like 20/20, don't you?
I can't see that.
Fucking idiot.
Well, you got glasses. You're cheating.
No, these are old. These are from 2017.
You look like my uncle. Not Russell, but I had an uncle that wore the same glasses.
I wanted the cheapest frames I could find.
Get some Gucci's.
The next frames I got are like very big, thick black lenses. I really wanted,
Are they square?
not totally, but they're more square than they're like bigger. They
Are
look
they
like
like-
Ray-Bans,
Clark Kent?
I guess. They had these, like the circle frames that old people wear that look really smart.
I like those.
They had those. I was this close to
You
getting
should
them.
have done that.
They were like $250
Who
though.
cares? I like those.
I know. I was like, man.
Like the
this
Harry
is-
Potter.
I-
fucking,
I was deciding between those two, and as like the girl was writing up the ones, I'm like, hey, hold on. Like, I need an honest opinion right now. And I was like, what do you think? These are these. She was like, the black ones. I should have fucking gone with the circle ones. I kind of have some regret.
call her, you dumb whore, you wrong. You
I
did it
should
on
have just gone with them.
purpose."
Like, okay, you chose these, so I'm going to go with these.
Yeah, just to piss her off.
Yeah.
What if she like denied you the sale? It's like,
I'm
no.
not ringing you up.
Get out. You have to drive home blind. All right, so we were talking about all this shit. What conspiracy topics do we have on deck today?
Conspiracy.
Because I want to. What the fuck were we going to talk about?
There was like ancient history, which
Forgotten
I
history.
always fucking find that fascinating.
Yeah.
Antarctica.
Ooh, let's talk about it. I want to talk about Antarctica.
Antarctica.
I gotta say that slow. I've been slurring my words like I'm drunk today.
Antarctica is a weird one. It's Antarctica.
Yeah, and I always say Antarctica,
I always say that too.
like my family member. That's my
Antarctica.
aunt. That's my aunt.
Arctica.
Antarctica.
Arctica.
She's got AIDS.
The Arctic.
But what was your? I want to talk about this so bad. I love talking about Antarctica.
Antarctica's
I'm
fascinating.
not even gonna say it anymore. I'm just gonna say big A.
Like a part of me wants all the glaciers to melt so I can see what's underneath.
Yeah, and rise
But
the sea
obviously
level and
that
flood New
would
York
cause
and California.
Catastrophic damage.
It could flood California. I'd be happy.
I don't care about California.
Yeah, take a saw and cut them off.
And most of Florida. I like the
I like
Keys.
Florida.
Keep the Keys. Florida's nutty. I like the Everglades too. They're cool.
I was at the Everglades twice.
You been to the Everglades?
Twice.
You seen any gators?
Oh yeah, fuck, they're everywhere, like
That-
literally everywhere.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Like you'd be driving and just like there'd be like 20 of them parked up sunbathing on a fucking hill. It's just like a dog in Florida.
They're like big, aggressive, man-eating puppies.
They're so chill. I told you that one that I saw that was like 20 feet long. I can't believe that existed. Like not the alligator. It was a crocodile. This was a crocodile, I think.
There are crocs there now.
Yeah, it might have been a croc. It's fucking huge. I was only like 11. There's like this side attraction right across from the Everglades, and we pulled in, and there's this wooden fence that's like this high, and I'm this tall, so I'm like here's the fence, here I am, and literally, right here, like sprawled along this fence, is like this captive alligator, or whatever the fuck it was, and it was okay. Wait a minute, I know I'm away from the mic, but so let me paint a picture. Fence, right here.
Okay.
Kyle, right here. The dude that owns the alligator, right here. Alligator from here to right here.
That's a big gator.
That was fucking massive, and I cannot believe that was allowed, because I could have bent down and gotten killed. Or if I bent over and it got pissed and
Yeah,
like
Mr. Gator would have been like, "Get the fuck out!
1,000%
bite your
could
ass."
have taken me in. 1,000%. I don't know how that was like. I wonder if he's still there. But okay, anyways, Antarctica. Go. I like talking about this.
So I was watching this fucking squeaking. We forgot the WD-40 again.
Oh, wait a minute. I won't move.
If you stay still. You've probably heard all the theories, like there's like pits and structures and all that stuff, pyramids on Antarctica. The one that kind of like I was watching the Y-Files today. I didn't get to the end of the video, which is usually where he kind of debunks things and explains kind of what's going on in the stories that he tells beforehand. I didn't get to that point, so what I'm about to say might be total bullshit, and I suggest watching that Y-Files video or any more Antarctica videos that interest you. But he was talking about this group of like 20 scientists, and I can't remember what research base they were on, but there was a military base like 2 hours flight time away, and the military crew, this C-130, would go and check on them occasionally and do rounds, and the research crew would radio in like every hour. Then it had been a few days since the radio crew or the research crew radioed in, so they're like, okay, we're going to go scout the area, see what's going on. They did some patterns, nothing, so they land, and they go into the research facility, and no one's there. Like, it's empty, all the stuff still works, but nothing's there, and they go back. And a couple days later, someone comes in, panicked, and is like, hey, the research crew is like, come get us now. Like, get us the fuck out of here. So they go get them, and I guess they're all silent. They don't say anything. They don't speak to anybody the whole flight ride back. They get back, and this C-130 crew gets summoned to like DC or something, where they're told, you are not to talk about what happened.
I've heard about this story.
Do not say anything. That is all. I'm like, wow, I wonder what these research crews saw. And suppose there was supposedly a SEAL team that was somewhere in Antarctica, and they found this octagon structure in the snow. And they went up to it, and they went inside of it. And I guess it was like 68 acres in size on the inside, like 2.7 million square feet total. The walls were some sort of structure or material that had glyphs carved into them and that were emitting a green light. I don't know if any of this stuff is true. I'm just like, that's interesting. That's cool stuff. And we were talking right before we started about the Piri Reis map.
Yeah,
I think that was written in like 1540 or like 1520. And it was written based on older maps that had Antarctica documented. But Antarctica wasn't officially discovered until I think 1820. Like, so there's a 300-year gap there. How are these guys putting Antarctica on the map if it wasn't discovered for another 300 years? Goofy stuff.
Well, the one that came before that was the one where they had greenery,
Yeah.
and that was in the 1500s.
That's
or 1400s.
weird. It's like
They mapped Antarctica with like lush greenery
very obviously
in certain spots.
the continent of Antarctica used to be like I don't know what exactly, but it used to be green because
It was,
Pangea,
yeah.
and then it broke off from Pangea, went south, and now we have the glaciers and stuff. But what if it was green before then? And they said that it kind of correlates.
There are patches of like massive like square miles of greenery still. They fly over and they see it all the time. But this was supposedly like huge based on this map. But there's not all of Antarctica is frozen. It's like a myth that,
A lot of it's a lot of it's rocky and stuff. You can see like
Yeah.
the mountains coming out and stuff.
which is crazy because
It
they
is
teach
cool.
you like you think of Antarctica and it's like, oh, this is ice.
A
It's not.
frozen wasteland.
It's not. I will die on the hill that there is some crazy fucking shit that has went on in Antarctica and probably still goes on. But I am convinced that it had gone on at some point. Like there's some crazy fucking history that we're just missing.
Some people associate the Younger Dryas impact theory with the glaciers in Antarctica. Like something happened that shifted Antarctica 12,000 years ago, and then that's when the glaciers started forming on
Yeah.
Antarctica.
I might buy into that. Like I've dived into that a little bit, and everything about that makes sense. Like okay, I don't know what we would find there. Like say everything like melted, but do you ever see the pyramids of Antarctica?
Yeah, I was looking at them today, actually.
What do they say that those are? They say that they come up with like some bullshit like that's not actually fucking pyramids, that's an illusion.
This is just a natural rock formation.
No,
Like,
it's
there
not.
are some weird
get it.
natural rock formations.
But there's pyramids all over the world. Why wouldn't they be in Antarctica? And then there's pictures of perfect pyramids. Who's to say that they're not like made by something that's human or
Yeah,
not?
a long time ago.
Yeah. Like what if Antarctica when it was green was inhabited by like an advanced civilization? What if that's where like Atlantis type civilization existed
That would be fucking awesome.
and it just got lost to time?
That's
and
why I want all the
ice?
glaciers to go away so I can go and see. I want to explore Antarctica.
I bet your fucking ass that they found some shit in there. And then it's like, wow.
They wouldn't let anyone know.
Like we can't, yeah. Like even if it's like bacteria or like something crazy that's like invincible.
They're already weird about like rewriting history. I think the Denisovans were a big topic.
Yeah.
They were like, well, the Denisovans, no, they didn't do shit. But now it's accepted that the
And, like,
Denisovans were a group.
The Great Leap Forward is like not ever talked about.
I've heard the Great Leap
Like
Forward,
a
but
fucking Chinese massacre of like 50 fucking million people. And,
Jesus.
like nobody talks about it. And this wasn't that long ago. This was like less than 300, 400 years ago. Like 55 million people died of starvation because of their leader. Like, let me.
Why is it called the Great Leap Forward?
It was like I think it was like a proposed plan by the leader at the time or something. Yeah, it was an economic and social campaign within the People's Republic of China from 1958 to 1962.
Oh, with Mao?
Mao decreed that efforts to multiply grain yields and bring industry to the countryside, but it's never taught about.
I didn't know that was called the Great Leap Forward. I knew about like mass
Mao, yeah.
starvation in China around that time.
So, millions of people died in China during the Great Leap, with estimates ranging from 35 to 55 million, making the Great Chinese Famine the largest famine in human history.
That is fucking crazy.
But you
that
never
that
learned about
happened
that.
in the 50s and 60s.
I know. Like this was going on like while like my grandpa was like our age, like and he never would have heard about that.
Right?
Why? That's unbelievable. Like imagine if something happened in America and like 55 million people died. Like that'd be
big.
well, I mean the COVID vaccines killed millions of people, but we're not going to talk about
Not
it.
yet. Wait till the
No, they fucking-
wait till the 5G kicks in.
Fucking kill. I swear to God. Let's talk about the COVID vaccines, fucker. I'm pissed.
We're already off the topic
Oh yeah,
of Antarctica.
Sorry.
I was having
I
fun.
want to talk about Antarctica more. All right, I got emotional. Keep going. I'm passionate about this. I was watching videos today. All right, go on.
I have this weird romanticization.
I don't know. Romanticism.
I romanticize Antarctica in a
There you
way
go.
because I'm a fan of H.P. Lovecraft. He was a shit person, but I think he writes good stories. And
Like Hitler made good paintings.
did he though?
Yeah.
Then yeah, he made good paintings. He was a good artist.
So did John Wayne Gacy.
He was an artist too.
Yeah, like really good artist.
Damn.
Yeah.
Anyway, he has a story called "At the Mountains of Madness" that takes place in Antarctica. It is like it follows an explorer who finds all this crazy shit and goes into these catacombs and great structures underground. And I'm like, that's so fucking cool.
You ever hear of Captain Bird?
Captain Bird?
BYRD?
I want to say yes.
You want to shit your fucking pants about Antarctica?
Enlighten me.
Captain Bird was a high-ranking something pilot, in the military pilot. I don't want to fuck up here because this is important. This started like my Antarctica rabbit hole. Admiral Byrd, but he was a pilot. Yeah, he was an admiral. Admiral Byrd. He flew over Antarctica. Come on.
You know, there's a lot of no-fly zones in Antarctica, I think.
Yeah, for a fucking reason.
Yeah, I wonder what's there. Why are there no-fly zones?
He wrote a book on it and everything. I can't find it. I mean, I can, but it'd take me a minute to find like the actual explanation. So basically, he flew over Antarctica, and wrote in a book, and like talked about openly that he was flying over and he saw a gigantic like gaping opening,
Yeah, like a big hole.
big hole in Antarctica, and it was like, I mean, fucking like massive, and he flew his plane in it. And this leads me to think why there's no fly zone. Right? We'll get to that later. So he flies his plane into this like what he describes as like a whole other fucking like underworld, like ginormous. And it's like all greenery, and there's like species of animals and mammals and all sorts of crazy shit like hanging out, walking around, and like you can see him, like he's not high up above the ground. His story is ridiculous. But he's a respected admiral, and it's just very interesting that he wrote about this. And he's considered as like one of the pioneers for the theories. You have to learn about it. I want to read it, so I'm not fucking his story up.
That's fun. I like to know about these things. Whether or not like they're true, I think it's fun to think about because Antarctica really is like the last real unexplored frontier on Earth besides the ocean.
And it's very like, it's the only place on Earth that no government can own.
Right. Which is, how do they have no fly zones if no government owns it? Who's enforcing those?
Some shit's going on over there.
Right? A little goofy.
And then I remember there was like a military. It's been a while since I caught myself up on like the Antarctic research, but
Germany's tried to go there during World War II. Americans have tried to go. It was 1946, supposedly there was a mission for the Navy. They went there, and supposedly they were driven out
That's what
by,
I'm talking
quote,
about.
bad weather conditions.
But a bunch of them died.
I think so, and maybe like alien craft pushed them away, or orbs or something like that.
There was a theory that it was like Nazi craft. I remember reading that too.
That'd be weird for 1946 because the war is over.
Well, they escaped to Antarctica supposedly, and they made a base.
Have you heard of like Diglaka?
Bless you.
No, Diglaka. It was like supposedly a German project to develop. It was an aircraft that was shaped like a bell, supposedly. And it had like anti-gravity technology. It was nutty. The Germans were making some weird shit during World War II. Like
they had a lot of saucers.
that, and they had a jet bomber called the Horten 2. I got to get this right.
Yeah, you're the plane guy. I want to learn.
It was the Horten.
I gotta find that fucker story.
Horten 229. It is a it looks like a B. It looks like an early rendition of a B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. It is a delta wing aircraft that was developed in the 1940s by Nazi Germany, and it was supposed to be their like transatlantic bomber to bomb America from Germany.
So they were ahead of their time.
Yeah, they developed the first jet fighter, the 262 and the 163.
What if Germany won the war?
I don't know.
Like how different everything would be.
I like thinking about alternate histories like that as well.
And how like easily that could have happened. I wonder, I was talking to my grandpa about this. Like say we go to war with Russia and China and we lose. What would actually change? Like say if we didn't get like nuked to death.
I think about occupations in the past. Like when Germany would occupy countries, it probably wouldn't be great. Here's the thing. Germany was not great at occupying. They treated people like shit, especially Jews or anyone of minority. But I feel like if you were white in Germany and just kind of did your thing, you probably got treated fine. Of course, you were probably walking on eggshells and not trying to do the wrong thing, so the Gestapo shows up at your door.
But like China's more tyrannical, way more strict. They have like legitimate social credit systems. I saw videos of China where they display the images of people that talked bad about like their leaders.
On the bright side, I don't think they would be rounding Americans up in ghettos and gassing them in chambers. At least I don't think so.
Like putting us in. We put Japanese people in camps.
Yeah, we did. We put them in internment camps.
Yeah.
Treated them like dog shit.
So who's to say they wouldn't do that to us?
They might. They for sure
They
might.
hate us. Like Russians, I don't think hate Americans as much as we're told they do, but I think that Chinese do. Like Chinese hate Americans.
They're probably fed. And just like I think a lot of Americans hate Chinese too.
Even though all of our, it's just all propaganda.
It is. It's all propaganda.
Because like
that you're
all of
fed
our
from
all of
there.
our factories over there, and there's business meetings between moguls of both countries, and everybody gets along.
That's
fine.
what that's kind of one thing that I always question.
We both rely on each other.
Right. Like we do a lot of business with China. China does a lot of business with the U.S.
A lot, both ways.
I'm like, kind of goofy, right?
Yeah.
That we're told we all both hate each other so much, yet we're doing business with each other.
Like in massive amounts.
Yeah.
And increasing. And we are moving more of our stuff over there, and they're buying our farmland and all this
Right.
shit.
And like,
We're like
no
best
one-
friends.
No one's
that-
questioning that.
Like yeah, like
It
wait a
sounds
minute.
a little goofy.
It is weird. Like it wouldn't be that way if it was. Like, it would be like us in North Korea. You don't see us in North Korea buying shit. You know what I mean? Like we hate North Korea and they hate us. Like
Yeah.
that's well established. But this sounds like propaganda. Like if you asked a person in China, do you hate like Americans? They'd be like, I wonder what they would say. I feel like some of them would be like, yeah.
I feel like some of them, sure. But you could ask the same question in the U.S. and be like, do you hate China? They'd be like,
Oh, I
some
can
would be
name
like,
1,000. Yeah. Fucking all the Republicans. Oh, fuck them Chinese communists, commie motherfuckers. Like they get like mad about it, but
I don't hate China. I think the government's rather repressive, and I don't like them. But like, I really want to visit China. I would love to go there.
But okay, I'm playing devil's advocate.
That's fine.
How bad is the government?
That's the thing. I don't
Is it actually?
I don't know. Like, I'm told all these things.
When I see videos of Chinese citizens meandering about, they're just doing what we're doing.
Right. They're just living their lives. It's
They're
like,
going out to bars and
was it last week we were talking? You brought up Russians are taught that America's like falling apart. Texas has already seceded.
and that Biden actually stole the election.
Right.
Or, yeah. And Trump won. They
And,
teach
like,
them that.
Obviously, that's propaganda fed to Russians via Russia. Like,
Yeah.
who's to say that isn't happening with us in China?
It's just fascinating.
And we would have no idea.
I know, like, I was thinking about the vaccines. Holland, for example, they're having like meetings about how many, like, the dangers of the vaccines, and that's like not being talked about at all here. That's a form of propaganda.
Well, because Pfizer's not even an American company, are they? I think they're European.
They have American contracts, like
Some
multi-million.
people in America are making lots of money off
Yeah.
vaccines.
Like Holland had a meeting a couple days ago, and claimed that so far their best estimate is 17 to 20 million people have died directly from the COVID vaccines globally. Like that's like a country saying this, like, you know what I mean, like a well-respected country,
Mhm.
and it's not even being like, it's like taboo to talk about.
That's a
here.
lot of people.
Like, I mean, it's not just like the vaccines is the point. It's just like
It's
a whole,
just being blown over.
yeah, like it's not even talked about. But
Like,
these countries are having like
who-
legitimate meetings.
You're like, who's Holland? Who the fuck is Holland?
Yeah, who are those
Fuck
guys?
Holland.
Yeah, like it's just interesting that it's so hard to know what's reality. I just wish that I wish there was a way for us to like
Figure
sift
out.
through the bullshit.
I think the only way to really sift through the bullshit is to go for yourself.
You'd have to be there for like even
You'd
that.
have to go.
You have to work there and like
Yeah, you'd have to talk to a lot of people. You'd have to go to a lot of places. I know someone who is in China frequently. He's a pilot. He travels through like the He's in China a lot.
It's me, guys. I go there all the time.
It looks like he has a great time there. He loves it there. And I'm like, is it really like this
bad?
horrid place that we're told about?
Like, they'll claim the work culture. Well, our work culture sucks too.
Oh, I can name so many countries that have shit work culture.
Yeah, like all of them.
Yeah.
Except for like,
European countries kind of got it on lock
yeah, they do.
in a good way.
Yeah, even fucking
I
Afghanistan.
think South Korea has horrid work culture too.
Yeah. But like a lot of these places are, I'm so jealous of, man, we were born in the wrong country, dude. If we were born in
Like almost
gonna
any
guess.
European country.
any European country, some of them have the whole summer off
That would be so amazing.
and they work 4 days a week. 30 hours, I think, is their cap, or 32. And they have 5 weeks of vacation time. They get fatherly, maternal leave.
I read, you know, it's crazy. My sister just had a kid in December, right? And her maternity leave was like 6 weeks.
That's sad.
That is sad. And her husband didn't really get
It's
maternity
also
leave.
sad.
He had to
Because
go.
the child needs to bond for a
Right.
certain amount of time. It's very important.
I read this really cool thing, and I know Japan is not a great work culture for the most part, but there's a like mall chain called Aeon, AEON, and I think they just established something or wanted to go through where if someone working there has a kid, like the mom gets a year off of work to spend with that kid. That's great.
It should be that way.
That's fantastic. Why can't like any other places do this?
Because we're just money makers for our country.
Yeah.
That's it. And once we get, that's what they want to do with Social Security. Because they don't want to.
Do they want to get rid of it, or can they? That's from a Soviet. That's from a Soviet Sobase.
This is a new one. Last time it was horny.
We had Lucky Star, Hollow Live, and now we have a Sobiaso Base.
Hell yeah. I assume he's streaming.
He do be streaming.
He do be.
Anyway, we're talking about like maternity leave, and we are just you said, oh, Social Security. Do you think it's because they want to get rid of it because of that, or because they just can't afford it anymore?
Both. No, they're fucking, they can afford it.
Dude, the government spends so much.
They
money.
print the fucking, they just print money.
I know, and it fucks us over so
They
bad.
don't care. They just keep printing it. But I think they want to get rid of Social Security because they hate people that can't contribute to their pockets. And when you're old, you can't contribute to their pockets.
Yeah, or at least
You're not
not
working.
nearly as much.
Well, you're not working. Like if you're retired, like I think our government hates that word, retirement. Like they dread it. So, and I also think, oh, the Social Security money runs out in like a few years.
That's crazy.
You know that? Like legitimately like runs out.
that's a huge fear of mine.
It's not going to be there.
Like when I'm older,
I don't believe
and I
it's
am
gonna be
like
there.
68 years old, working is going to be a horrible. Like I'm not going to want to work. But like, what if I'm like 80 years old and have no choice but to fucking work and like go be a greeter at Walmart or a cashier?
Suicide.
Honestly, it's like, what's the point of even being alive anymore, man?
Yeah. Like I just killed myself.
I've seen stories about people whose grandparents are like 80 years old, 80 plus, and they have to go get a job. I'm like, are you shitting me?
My grandpa, when he retired from Public Steel at 65, wasn't able to pay the bills because they fucked him on his retirement. And at the time, he had to get a job for Walmart for 3 years
That sucks.
to qualify for something.
Like that sucks so bad.
hmm And I remember he'd come home and just like sit down and be like, oh, like so sore. And I felt so bad for him. But I was like 10 years
You
old.
would be so unhappy. Like, man, you've gone your whole life. You've worked all your years, and you have to go back. And the government, who everyone claims this amazing country of freedom and is for the people, fucks you over, so you have to go work till you're dead.
They don't like us. They hate us.
Yeah, they do hate us.
Your country hates you.
It does hate you.
It's so obvious when you're. It's so sad to say, but like they hate us. They hate their people. Why? Like why do they hate us? They treat us like shit. They don't give us shit. They give everybody else
They
shit.
love to divide us.
They fucking it's their favorite thing in the world.
The one thing I think about this a lot when the topic of war comes up as well. Like these people are just told to kill each other because their government's telling them to. But it's the same thing with like Republicans and Democrats. I know Democrats or liberals who hate the other side.
Fuck liberals.
And I know Republicans on the right who hate the left.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like, okay, they don't share the same opinion as you, but you can probably get along with a lot of these people.
We're just exposed
really
to
well.
the extremists.
I know, and it sucks because it makes you angry.
Like when I think of like really Republican, I think of like MAGA hat. I think of the fucking flag. What's the name of that? Confederate flag, trailer park, and like broken teeth.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think of.
When I think of like liberal, I think of like trans, fucking
I think of like colored hair.
colored hair.
The memes of like the girl screaming or something,
Yeah.
looking all angry.
But that's not all of them.
No,
That's
not
only
it.
the extreme, like annoying ones.
That's what we're shown, and there's
Yeah.
a reason we're shown that.
Yeah, that's not reality. But I will say, most liberals I've met are fucking insufferable.
I think
I can't. There's one that I fucking deal with every day now, and he's
Wait.
a horrible person.
at who works with you,
Mm-hmm.
really.
Yes.
One thing I kind of want to hear about that later, but I would say I lean more left than right, personally. But
Because you're gay.
I like to try and stay in the middle.
Gay.
But I think like people on the left, as well as the right, but more so on the left, have gone so far in their direction of they preach like equality for everybody.
They virtue signal. That's my
Yes,
problem with
and
them.
then they treat someone who doesn't agree with them like absolute dog shit, and they hate them, and they want them to suffer and just get shit on. Like, you're saying one thing, but you're doing the exact opposite. You are the very definition of a hypocrite.
My problem is that, okay, so conservatives, if they got something bad to say, they're probably just going to say it to your face
Yeah.
most of the time. But the liberals are virtue signalers, and they hide behind a fake personality. And I've noticed this with every one of them. I know every one I can think of off the top of my head that's like super liberal is genuinely a bad person. Like they're just miserable. They're like mean. Like they're just not good people.
I feel bad for the people whose life is just politics. I know
Yeah. I just like shitting on liberals. Sorry, it's just fun.
that's fine.
I just think they're fucking annoying and feminine. The guys are feminine and the women are masculine. And I think that's horrible.
that cheesy ass cheeky smile.
I stand on business. All right, go ahead.
I know one person in particular who is I'll show you their like snap stories later. It's like low key infuriating to me. They're so far. I don't even know where they fucking stand anymore. I'm gonna be honest. No idea. I think it's like past left. It's like you're so far left. You're like low key going back to right.
They're going for a full circle.
Yeah, I don't know where it's at.
God, guns, and freedom.
but nothing on their Snapchat story does not pertain to like politics and like virtue signaling stuff. I'm like, I think to myself, how miserable must you be? You wake up every morning and the first thing on your mind is that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Think about something else. Eat breakfast. Go for a walk. Say, that's a nice looking tree or flower.
Yeah, we have a big virtue signal problem in our country. Like people that put on a fake front of I'm really nice and I'm a great person and I want to help people. Anybody that says that stuff, say you meet somebody and they're like, man, what do you like to do? Oh, I love helping people and I love, I don't know, like taking care of this and that. Avoid. They're like a poisonous snake. And usually they got dyed hair.
I would say they're like,
The more colorful, the more you want to avoid.
yeah, it's like
They're
some
poisonous.
animal that looks great, but if you eat it, you fucking die.
That's the same concept to me. That's like, but they're the people. They're the ones that. Can I shit on liberals some more? I love shitting on them. Fucking I'm not Republican. I really don't like liberals. I've had an issue with them for a while. It's a personal thing, but like they're like poisonous fucking animals. Like they have the dyed hair. They're probably schizophrenic. They're probably bipolar. They're probably narcissistic. Like that's what they are. They're all like narcissists, in my opinion. Like they're so self-obsessed, and they want to portray something they're not, and it pisses me off.
I think they want to be seen in like a good light,
Mm-hmm.
so that becomes their whole personality.
But they're bad people. Like they're not just like average people. Like they're not all of them. But like I'm just saying, like I've met so many that are like genuinely like shit people. Like if you were suffering, they laugh at you kind of people.
Yeah, if they don't agree with you and you're suffering, they're like, haha, fuck
Yeah.
you deserve that.
And then I'm gonna get in some shit. The guys are always so emotional. I noticed that. Like, say you get in like an argument with a liberal male, they don't have the ability to hold a conversation. They get so angry and so fucking emotional. I fucking hate you, you motherfucker. Like they can't talk about anything. They just shut down and they resort to like insults. And they'll throw like racist and they'll label the racist, homophobic, sexist. They
Yeah,
label.
I think you lose a debate or argument when you start insulting. That is the first indicator that you lost.
Yeah. So I just you can have whatever opinion you like. I just like shitting on them because I fucking hate them.
I like shitting on both sides
I think
because they're both
they're a
fucking
cancer.
crazy.
Yeah, but liberals are a cancer to our fucking society.
I think I've
Republicans, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I
But
watched
they're more
this video.
traditional.
I watched this video the other day of this crazy MAGA dude, like MAGA hat, American T-shirt.
With an IQ of like 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's what you see.
Liberals
of
are
course,
usually smarter than, I want to get that out there. Liberals have a higher IQ, I feel like, than Republicans.
but this guy was like presented with facts and information on policies, and he just could not accept that. He just completely dodged it and went like, nope.
Why? Well, I just feel like
Nope, that's not how it is. Like,
yeah.
I think that goes for anybody. If you can't accept that you lose, then fuck you, I guess. I don't know. Get educated.
Yeah. Well, like I was talking to that one guy and okay.
I'm curious about this. I'm curious because in a machine shop, I would say like 99% of people
And I told him
are Republican.
I can tolerate, like I'm not going to be an asshole to somebody. Like I'm not going to hate somebody because liberals annoy me, but I'm not going to be an asshole to somebody because of their policies. Like I'm still going to get along.
If you're an asshole, you're an asshole.
I don't care if you're a liberal and you're cool, I don't give a fuck. If you're a Republican and you're cool, cool.
Just don't be a dickhead.
Yeah, I don't care about your rule. I really don't care about what you believe politically. But yeah, just don't be a dickhead and shove it down my face.
All right, go on.
I don't understand how they can defend the Biden administration. I cannot fathom. And if I ask, well, like, okay, well, name like something good that's happened. And there's like, oh, well, he loves black people and he loves this. They don't really ever like name specific things. And then like say I bring up like the economy or how they handled this or that, and there's like, yeah, well, the last one was a dickhead. Like that's what the
I think the reason people do that so hard is not because they like the Biden administration, but because they hate Trump so much. It's based, what I feel, solely on hate.
well, they lie. They say that this administration is great.
I know.
They're doing great.
They're
I've heard
definitely
that.
like putting on blinders or rose-colored glasses.
Just picture Kamala Harris as the president.
I could not.
That's embarrassing. Like, to think of her as like a president is embarrassing. She's a fucking moron.
Having Joe Biden as a president,
He's just as
is
bad, but
embarrassing.
she's worse. I feel bad for Joe Biden. I feel bad for him. He's an old fucker with dementia.
right?
He doesn't know he shits himself. He wears diapers. And that's our president. And he's got a hand up his ass controlling him. Like, they probably, man, they're fucking evil. I guarantee you they, like, bribed him with, like, or
Right.
blackmailed him or some shit.
Do you think he actually wanted to be president?
No.
He's probably like, man,
I'm
I'm
convinced
old.
no.
I just want to,
Chill.
just get done with this
But
shit.
they probably blackmailed him or bribed him.
Said, you're the guy who can beat Trump.
Yep.
I don't like Trump. I think Trump is an embarrassment as a president as well. I think they
He
both
can
are.
be quite an immature child.
But like that's our best option. That's who we're gonna get in this election.
I don't get it.
2024 is gonna be Trump versus Biden again.
Which one would you choose if you had to choose?
I'm just not fucking choosing.
You got to choose one.
Dude. You
You don't have to say you're gonna vote for him, but who would you choose? Say you can't avoid it. You have to choose one or the other. I'm curious. I don't care if you choose Biden. I'm just curious.
I'm gonna think back, 2016 to 2020.
Were your pockets filled?
That's also
Was the economy doing well?
that's a difficult thing
Were
because
jobs moving back to the United States?
if I think my age range is an issue here. In 2016, I was still in high school. 2016 to 2020, I was like fairly fresh out of high school, had my like first full-time jobs. Where say Trump was elected in 2020, and then we had 4 years, and right now was 2028, and we were getting ready to go in. I would have been in full-time work for like 8 years now. I think I would have had a better understanding of how each of them affected the economy and me personally. So I'm biased towards Trump because I was in high school. Things were easier. Like, that's a nostalgic time. So those times
Lil
to me were
Uzi
better.
was dropping heat, dude. Trump was the reason for Lil Uzi's.
Was he the reason for Lil Uzi?
100%.
So I guess I'm biased towards Trump just because those times for me were personally like better. I wasn't as stressed out. But again, I have to reiterate, I'm in a range now where I'm at that crossroad. Of,
Like every older person I talk to is,
those would be a much better person to ask.
they all say it.
Those
They
would be a
say
much
that's
better
what they
person.
all say like it's so much better under Trump. Like they all say it. I haven't met one person yet that's like, yeah, we're doing financially wonderful. Like everybody's like it was
Yeah.
everything was better under Trump.
I think he is an embarrassment as a person.
But how many wars were going on?
Wars, I think, are another very difficult
I
topic.
think that
it's a very
countries
difficult
tiptoed
topic.
because of him.
They might have.
Which I want in a leader. I don't care if he's an asshole. He's unpredictable. Putin said that. He said he didn't want to. He said something like, "I didn't want to stir the pot," basically because of how unpredictable Trump was. 90% chance he's bullshitting, but 10% chance he's not. I don't
Yeah.
want to. Which I
He's
want in a leader.
He's a loose cannon. I can
Pretty
see
much.
that.
Which I know is like, do you really want that? Yeah. Because it keeps people at bay. And it did. And how many wars? 0. How many wars now? Were troops coming out of
we were
Afghanistan?
still in it. We were still in Afghanistan.
He was bringing them out. He was. And then Biden put him back, signed the bill and put him back.
Biden got him out.
And then he sent him back. I'll find the name of it. And then,
Well,
they
what-
left the equipment.
The thing about
They pulled him
the
out.
the
but-
U.S. forces across the world, we're in like everywhere. We have troops
Yeah.
in Africa that nobody knows about, killing people and getting killed. That's the thing. A lot of people look
I
at
wonder why that's never like publicized.
because it doesn't stir the pot.
Oh.
Afghanistan stirs the pot. And another thing that really bothers me, I know like the pullout of Afghanistan was messy as fuck. Don't get me wrong, that was a shit show. But a lot of people were bitching about how the Taliban now have a lot of this equipment. I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen one video of them attempting to fly a Black Hawk, and they crashed it.
A Black Hawk.
Oh, yeah, Black Hawk. But they have so much equipment that needs constant maintenance. And I saw some guy's comment on Reddit. He was a Marine mechanic who served in Afghanistan, and he said, America spends billions of dollars just maintaining this equipment, and the Taliban does not have the knowledge to operate it, the money or parts to fix it, or really the manpower to fly it.
But who's
or
an alibi
operate
of the Taliban?
What do you mean?
Who's an alibi? Who's like not an alibi? Who's an ally of Afghanistan? China.
China doesn't have U.S. military equipment like that.
No, but say they send somebody there to get information.
They could.
That's the problem.
That doesn't really stop it though, because
There's classified information.
they have
on
a
those.
limited amount of this equipment over there that they can't really use. Like machine guns, of course, you just put bullets in and they shoot. And you just
Yeah, but
clean
they get information about what we're doing.
Yeah, they can.
That's a problem.
But all this stuff is like the C-130 and Black Hawks have been around for decades. Like that's not new shit.
Yeah, but there's still stuff in there
Maybe
that
some avionics, yeah.
hasn't been declassified yet, and now it's knowledge for whatever intel wants it.
I guess.
Like enemy intel. It's not just like, oh, let's give it to like a NATO country.
I really do feel like the things that were left over there, not on purpose, but were like, who gives a shit? It's nothing that's going to hurt us.
Yeah.
I think like those things are out there. They know about them. Everyone knows about them. It's not like we're leaving F-18s and F-35s over there and stuff. Like there were no jets. There was a couple C-130s, Black Hawks, Humvees, things like that. Like radios, weapons, ammo.
Why couldn't they give some to me?
I would love
That's
an
what I'm talking
M240.
about.
An M240 buzzsaw would be cool.
I'd
as
vote
fuck.
for Joe Biden if he gave me something like that.
Bro, send me an M240,
Yeah, I'll vote for you.
M249. I can't remember.
The fuck was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. It was a good one. Damn it! I hate when I do that.
I hate that. As
I had a
well.
really good point and I fucking lost.
I hate that.
Whatever. Keep going. I'm gonna think about it.
What was I talking about? Afghanistan was a shit show. Oh well, I'll just jump back to like the times were better. I definitely I think COVID is also a big issue because shit was closed for 3 years.
Because of how the fucking Biden administration handled it.
Not just the Biden administration. Like
Mainly.
this was other countries as well. Me particularly, all I wanted to do since 2019 was go to Japan. I had to wait 3-4 years.
Thanks,
years
Joe
for that.
Biden.
It wasn't Joe Biden's fault.
I'm going to blame him anyway.
Japan was also a reason for that. They were closed for a very long time.
Yeah.
So
But,
that pissed me off, and I was like, fuck this, fuck COVID, fuck all this
I was
stuff.
I remember I was going to say it was, I've noticed that there's massive market crashes when Democrats get in office. And I can reference
Who was in 2008?
Barack Obama,
That was Obama.
who was in 99 with the .com.
Was
Clinton.
that Clinton?
So that's back Democrats in office with massive economic problems. And that's where my issue starts to come in with Democratic administration. Because with
That's
playing
your foot.
footsies with me? Wow.
So you're so tall, I don't know where you are.
I'm everywhere. I'm inevitable. But yeah, I've noticed. We're moving fast, huh?
I'm not touching you anymore. I don't know what's down there, but it's not my foot.
The last 3 Democratic administrations have been an economic fucking disaster. And how did people not realize that? And be like, well, you're right. Like, wait a minute. This happened. Oh, Democrat was in office. This happened. Democrat was in office. COVID and all this fucking economic shithole happened. Democrats were in office. Like, it's just like,
I think the COVID stuff is
started with Trump in 2020 in March.
Yeah.
But he was out months after.
Just to play devil's advocate here. I'm
Play it.
not an economist. I don't know half this shit, any of this shit, but
I am a certified economist of sorts.
let's say like the Joe Biden administration takes over 2020 economic crash. I think COVID had a big impact on why things are the way they are now.
But it was how they handled it.
So it's kind of like
it was not dangerous. They knew they had knowledge and evidence, and it was well known that it wasn't as dangerous as what we have been told. And yet they shut the economy down anyway. And now this information comes out. This is true. They know that they've known this, and they still shut the economy down. They still shut things down while knowing that it wasn't what we were being told.
I don't have
and that's my problem.
I don't have pushback to that.
That's a problem. That's
I
what
think
pisses
that is
me
a
off.
problem.
And that's where I get pissed off at the administration because they knew things they weren't releasing to the public, and by the way they handled it, they purposely fucked the economy.
What do you think they gained from like
Control. They wanted to. I
shutting
believe
everything down? You wanted to control.
maybe they wanted to see what it was like, almost like an experiment, I guess. What can we do?
Yeah, it's like an experiment. It's like an unethical experiment you always want to run, and then the
They
stars
did.
align and you can run it.
And I think that they totally used it to their advantage. Like they used mass shootings instead of sympathizing. They pushed bills and agendas immediately. It's an opportunity, and they use this up as an opportunity, and were lying to us on a daily basis, blatantly, Fauci included, and they use it to push what they want. What narratives can we push? What propaganda can we get away with? What will they do? What will they not do? Who will get vaccinated? Who won't get vaccinated? Stuff like that. I think is fascinating. That's my theory on all that. So fuck that administration because they lied. You remember when they said that? I'm gonna get pissed. Remember when they said?
Yeah, go for it. Go for
Remember when they said that let's talk about the vaccine. Is this true or not? If you get the vaccine, you won't get COVID. Did they not say that?
it. It started with that, and
Right.
then it waterfalled into, it'll make your symptoms less. You won't have to go to the hospital. And
Well,
then,
it went with
and then it'll be like, well, you can still catch it and get it, but it won't be as bad. Emphasis on as.
and the
bad.
vaccines are totally safe and effective. And now there's reports coming out from like New York Post and like sources that you wouldn't typically see doing like writing stuff negative about that. Where maybe there's a slight increase in blood clots and cancer and autism and all these things. This is like officially reported, but weren't we just told that it was completely safe and effective? Like they lied about everything. I'm just using the vaccine as an example.
No, that goes back to the something we were talking about one of the other times we were up here. Was my friend's a nurse, and I asked him like, how long does it take to develop a vaccine? This was in like 2020 when I asked him because I wanted to go to Japan. I'm like, when will this shit be over? He's like, a vaccine probably won't be seen for like 5 years, and then, bam, there was one, and he didn't even want to take it. He was like, I don't trust this.
Because he was smart.
But we all got the 3 jabs.
Not me.
I just wanted to go to Japan, dude.
I
That's all
don't
I
blame
wanted.
you. I totally. I would have done it too.
The first one I got, I was like, hell yeah, let's get the vaccine. Second one, I was like, I don't care enough to get it. And the third one, I was like, I'm only getting this so I don't have to go through more red tape to get into Japan.
I will say that I wasn't like super against the first one. I just felt like I didn't need it. I never was like, they're trying to fucking put a microchip in my asshole. I was never.
That seems like the thing over time. It's like the first one, I think a lot of people, like obviously were against it and a lot were for it.
I got shit on by my family.
But yeah, that's a crazy thing too, man.
Like they told me they're
People were
disappointed
like
in me.
ostracized for not
Yeah.
getting it. And it's like, look, this thing has been out and researched for very, very little time. And
And
you
if
want to
they-
just
yeah.
inject that into your body,
And if they had the vaccine, why were they worried if I got it?
right?
They were safe, right?
Yeah, it's only you at risk
So would they care? I remember telling that
for
to
your safety.
Yep, that's what somebody in my family, no names mentioned, said that, and I told them that they're liberal, and I said that, and they're like, "What they say?" They're like, "We care about you."
Yeah, we care about you.
That's
We
what I
want
got.
you to be safe.
Because they didn't know how to answer that. Yeah, okay, but it just I don't know. It just that they took their they took their COVID dicks out and slapped you in the face around with it and lied to you, and everybody just accepts it and puts up with it. That man, I really feel in 20 to 30 years, history will really frown upon that whole group of leaders. Fauci, Joe Biden, like all that, all the administration, the NIH, all of them, the WHO. Not
The WHO
NIH.
has already received a
that
lot
band.
of shit. The WHO.
No, that's-
The WHO.
That's my
The
favorite
WHO. Fuck, I don't like the WHO.
Not me either, but
But they've already received a lot of shit.
I think it's
because
gonna get worse.
They covered up like what actually happened in China in Wuhan.
The fucking they lied about the fucking bat.
Yeah, they did.
It
lie
came
about
from
the
a bat in a fucking market.
A wet
Bullshit.
market.
Fuck you, bullshit. And then they covered, oh, it was a lab leak. No, it wasn't. Well, maybe it was. Well, probably. Well, yeah. It was so many lies. Like, why would we just blindly believe that these are safe vaccines, that they told the truth about COVID? Like, the whole thing just screams, I don't know what, it screams something's wrong here. Like, there's something else going on.
Something is amiss.
Something is amiss. And I always felt that from a day one. Like something is off. Like this is just odd. Like this whole scenario is odd. I remember thinking that. And I still don't know why or what it was, but turns out like, yeah, some
Yeah,
shit was
things are
bullshit.
weird. It's a bit of mess.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like that, okay, so to get back to the point, that administration in my eyes is responsible for that. They lied to their citizens and okay, so they remember the Democratic mayors and governors were promoting a free cheeseburger and fries if you got the vaccine.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
that's weird.
That's the day that I said to myself, okay, something's fucking wrong. I remember saying that, like, something's fucked.
Hey guys, show us your Vax card and get a free cheeseburger and fries.
And he's eating it, going, this is real good. Like, that's so fucking weird.
Really glad I got my vaccine for this fucking burger.
First of all, cheeseburgers and fries are extremely dangerous to consume from fast food. Like,
They're
you're
unhealthy.
it's like you get a free cigarette if you fucking get the vaccine.
Free pack of Marlboro Red 100s.
Excuse me. What? And like people just like forget that part of history that happened. Free ice cream. You get free ice cream from like what? Excuse me. Did we lose our minds for 2 years? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Just the whole handling of that situation. I blame the administration for. It was fucking horrible, and they lied and they knew it. So fuck them, and fuck the Democrats for it. That's why I hate Democrats as leaders.
Because you feel like lied to.
When's the
and
last
cheated.
good Democratic leader? You can't say Obama because he sucked.
I liked him as a person.
As a person, he's like somebody you dap up and be like, hey,
Yeah,
bro.
he was a cool guy.
But he was a shit president. He was a fucking war crime,
Every
economy fucking.
every president's a war
Obama
criminal.
was bad.
All
Bush
of
was
them.
bad, and Obama
all
was
of them are bad.
Obama was really, really bad.
I don't think there's ever been a time after World War II, through like the U.S. history, every president has been like a war criminal. That's like unavoidable.
Not Trump.
Yeah, he was.
Name it.
Bro, we were in Afghanistan for 4 years with him.
But we were hanging out playing patty cake.
They weren't hanging out playing
Dude, they
patty
were
cake.
smoking joints and they were
They
drinking.
were killing people,
Eating crumpets.
and they were
No.
killing a lot of people. Were killed. It's unavoidable. Every single president,
You're
regardless
crazy.
of Republican or Democrat, was out killing people with U.S. government money.
Yeah, but now we blame. This is another problem I have though. Even though I'm like shitting on like Democrats, like we blame the presidents. Was it really? Was it Obama? Was it Biden? Was it Trump? I don't believe so.
It was so
They
much.
have no control.
There's a fan. I've mentioned it before, but the Blowback podcast does an amazing job uncovering some of this stuff. They did Iraq, Afghanistan, and the president has a hand in this stuff. But there are a lot of hands in the cookie jar. Like Donald Rumsfeld, fuck him. I hope he burns in hell.
Yeah, I hate that fucker.
There's so many people involved in these horrible situations.
Was he 9/11 related?
He was around during the Bush administration and
He
also Afghanistan.
profited
He was
off
around
of-
for a long time.
He profited off of 9/11.
Fuck yeah, he did.
Yeah.
All those rotten ass people did.
And World Trade Center 7. Ooh.
I think we talked about this.
Yeah, but I seen a video yesterday of somebody. There was a video from like 9/11, and you can hear people reporting, and they're like firefighters or somebody saying like, what the fuck? They said something about like set the charges off or something like that. And right when they said that, the building came down.
I'd be curious to see that
I have to
if you can find it.
I'm gonna find it. It was on Twitter.
But yeah, listen to the Blowback podcast. I mean, they did the first
I've never
one.
really listened to them. I
Oh
know
my
you-
god, I fucking love Blowback. I've listened to all their series. So they've done stuff on. I haven't listened to the Fidel Castro one, but I'm very inclined to listen to it. The first series is the war in Iraq, how we got involved in it, all the bullshit that went on with it, and then it goes to Fidel Castro, which I still need to listen to. They're usually each 10 episodes, 1 hour long. South Korea was fucked. And then we have this one in Afghanistan. So they have like 4 seasons. It covers all this stuff. Everyone involved. A lot of this stuff you've never heard of. It's just very interesting, very informative. Highly suggest you give it a
I
listen.
always forget to listen to him because you always mention him, and I'm like, that sounds awesome.
I love it,
and
man.
just
I
forget.
love it. Alex listened to it too. He loves it.
I'm having a hard time finding the video. I should have liked it.
You watch a lot of YouTube videos.
It was on Twitter. I didn't like it or anything. I just saw it.
Are you an avid YouTube user? Yeah.
I got a problem.
You know what? I was thinking about this today as I was watching my Antarctica video.
It's hard to say.
Antarctica. I detest ads.
Oh, I will never buy premium though.
I will never either, but I hate ads.
Yeah, I close my eyes when they're on, just to like show YouTube.
When it gives me an ad and I have a 30-second unskippable ad,
You get 30 second.
I get 30 seconds,
never
some
get
5
30.
seconds and skip. It changes all the time.
I've never gotten a 30.
It's so annoying.
That
So
sucks.
frustrating. When YouTube will like curate playlists for me based on music I listen to. So when like I'm coding or something like that on the computer, I'll put on some music and my YouTube playlist will just go. But after every single fucking song, there's an ad. Every single song. And if I'm on a video and like I want to go back to a certain section because I really like that part, I'll go back and an ad will play. I'm like, dude, I'm going to pull my fucking hair out. But I'm not paying for this shit.
It ruins the whole vibe.
It does. It kills the vibe.
Yeah.
Because if I'm in the zone working on something and the song ends and an ad plays, I have to stop what I'm doing, go over to YouTube, either skip it or get ready for it to be done.
You gotta fold and buy premium.
I'm never.
Neither am I.
Fuck YouTube for ruining their site with ads, but I'm so pissed off everyone still uses it.
Why do you use YouTube for music? Out of curiosity.
I only do it on my desktop.
Oh, okay. I always use Apple Music.
Because a lot of the songs I listen to aren't on Spotify. They're like covers from Hollow Live stuff. So they're not on Spotify, only on YouTube.
You listen to a lot of anime songs on your desktop.
That's all I listen to on my desktop. I do not listen to metal on my desktop.
Why do I talk to you? Sometimes I think about this.
Wh-
Why?
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. It just puts me in a... When I listen to metal, I'm always in the gym or in...
It puts you in a good mood.
It puts
I
me in a
get
good mood and I'm ready to work and grind. But when I'm at the computer, I'm chilling. I'm vibing.
Well, yeah, that puts you in a good, like, poppy.
Yeah, I like it. I'm like, this is
Upbeat.
fun. This is good
Yeah,
stuff.
I like upbeat music, so I can't shit on you for it. It's just hard for me to listen to like music in other languages.
I think I got used to it when I got into Rammstein.
Yeah, but even Rammstein, I was like, what's he saying?
It didn't. I was so young when I got into them. I was like, damn, this stuff goes. I was like, this is crazy stuff.
Their songs are weird.
I fucking love Rammstein.
Like Poupe or whatever the fuck it is.
Puppet.
Poopy. I thought it was Poopy.
Man, their stage shows are so crazy.
Yeah.
I
But
think-
he's fucked in the head now, too.
Till?
Yes. He had allegations about doing some crazy shit to girls.
Yeah, he did.
What the fuck is going on?
I think nothing happened with it.
So I don't want to shit on him for it, but like,
I don't. Yeah, I remember seeing about it. Nothing came of it, to my knowledge.
so we'll let him slide for now,
Maybe he paid him off. I don't know.
probably.
Either way, I love Rammstein. I want to see him live. Their stage show goes absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I
They
wonder how.
spend so much money on it
Yeah, how do they stay profitable? I know they're a massive band, but
because they're so popular. So many people go. They don't play anything other than arenas. I feel like once you get to the arena level, it's hard to not be profitable.
like Nickelback level.
Yeah, Nickelback probably makes a fuck ton of money.
I like Nickelback.
I hate Nickelback, and I
Do
hate
you?
you for liking
I love
Nickelback.
Nickelback. You're telling me you can't get crunk to like how
No.
you remind me? And, like,
No, it makes me angry.
You're fucking
Makes my
lying.
blood
You're
boil.
just a liar, dude.
When I'm with people and they put it on as a joke, I'm like, dude, fucking stop.
I wouldn't put it on as a joke. I put it on as serious.
I would be even more. I think I'd be less angry if you put it on seriously, but I'd be angry either way if Nickelback came on. Can't do it. Like
What about
the
it?
direction you took when we were talking about music, and you said you went like Seether, Creed,
Not Creed.
Three Doors Down,
3 Days Grace. 3 Days Grace is like my
I used to
favorite
love
band.
3 Days Grace.
Used to.
Though I liked one of their albums. It was called like 1X.
I love One X.
I liked that. But that path is so different than the one I took.
Yeah, it's true.
And I'm like, man, that shit sucks ass.
3 Days Grace. Breaking
Uh,
Benjamin.
Fuck, I don't like Breaking Benjamin.
You're so high.
A lot of that. I
You
don't
ever
know.
think about how high you are when you say this stuff? Like,
I
damn, dude,
don't.
must
I
have
don't
fucking-
smoke. I
must
don't.
have-
I don't
I
take
must have
edibles.
ripped like a
I don't like
6
marijuana.
fucking foot bong before I came in here to talk to Kyle and just lie to him about ripping it because you're high. How do you not like these guys? I'm curious.
It's just like the different path I took.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to have a different opinion.
I am. You're not.
No, you're not. I am. Fucking
Fuck you, Republican trash.
fuck you, liberal trash. I just like okay, so like the Diary of Jane is like such a catchy song to me.
It makes me cringe.
Why?
Do you like what's that one band that wrote the Black Parade?
My Chemical Romance.
Hate them so much.
I can't say I don't understand that one, but I like them.
Yeah.
I like the song like Teenager.
No, fuck. Oh my god, I hate that.
Do you? I like
Hate it. Hate it so
like
much.
it.
Do you like Teenage Dirtbag Baby?
No.
Good.
I don't even know what that is.
You had to have heard it. It's like I'm just a
Oh, yeah,
teenage
yeah.
dirtbag baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that. Who's that by?
I have no idea. I hate
Mm.
him though.
I don't think I like them. But I like Sum 41 and
I hate Sum 41. It's just the different path. You know, we just went different vibes. That's all.
I can't let this go.
That's
I'll
all
never
it
let
is.
this go. I don't understand like how you can listen to that and be like, I don't see the direction of this song.
That's how I feel.
But then you can listen to fucking some VTuber ass Japanese pop artist go and you're almost like, bro,
because they
What?
they're awesome. They rip it. They
They're
go
not
crazy.
real.
Yeah, they are real.
well, I'm gonna tell you they're not, even though they probably are. Just to fucking shit on you because I'm mad. They're not real.
Don't tell me they're not real.
But it's like the fucking autistic kid at the wrestling show. Still real to me, damn it. You ever see him cry? Somebody told him wrestling was fake. They gave him a microphone at the wrestling show, and he's got Down syndrome. I feel bad for him, but he's crying. He's fucking. They're still fucking real to me, damn it. It's so funny.
Hey, if he likes it, it's real to him. Good
Like,
for him. Good for him.
Yeah, I feel bad for the dude, but I don't know. It's just good like music,
Not to me.
like Shinedown either.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
You don't like anything rock?
Rock.
Name.
When I hear the term rock, I cringe. Like do you like Rush?
No.
Okay, fuck you first and foremost.
See, that's how I
Rush is
feel.
amazing.
No, they're not. They're cringe.
Rush is so fucking good.
No,
Do you like Primus?
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know Primus?
Primus?
Primus. Les Claypool? Man, man, this is embarrassing.
What is Primus? I've never heard of Primus in my life.
Primus
Sounds like a fucking Autobot.
you're gonna hate him. You would hate Primus so much.
Optimus Primus.
Their main draw
Optimistic
is their
Prime.
bassist, Les Claypool. He also does vocals. Weird fucking guy. He's an amazing bass player. Amazing. He plays like a fucking 32-string bass sometimes. Wild dude.
Jesus.
But you would hate him so much.
Why? Because they're technical?
No, because they're weird.
I like weird.
They have songs like Sailing the Seas of Cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Why on his Big Brown Beaver.
I can't take that stuff seriously. Whenever I can't take music seriously, I can't listen to it.
I don't think... What I like about it is I don't think they even take it seriously. But they make it sound good. At their shows, the crowd chants Primus sucks. Like, that's the kind of band they are.
So they're, yeah, but
Low-key like a meme band. Not even meme band. That's too far of a term.
I think to me, I take music very seriously. That's just how I am with it. Like, the more serious an artist is about their music, the more I probably like them.
I can respect that.
I just love the dedication of, like, that's fine. I think that's
But
rare.
who's to say these guys? I mean, I'm in the boat of that. They're dedicated to their craft and they're good at it.
Yeah, I just,
But they
different.
have like a different viewpoint. Well, they're still dedicated. It's probably not the same way you see it, though.
yeah, like, I have, like, a serious aspect. Like, it has to be serious. So, I don't know. Like, if they're singing about, like, cheese and,
Sailing the Sea.
like, Dance Gavin
I think-
Dance is weird.
I hate Dance Gavin Dance.
Their lyrics are bizarre.
I kind of feel like that's the thing with Primus as well. It sounds weird, but like in reality, the lyrics actually have a serious meaning. I mean, he's talking about 7-layer burritos, but like there's something deeper there.
I'm gonna pull up the weird Dance Gavin Dance lyric, and you're gonna wonder why the fuck that they're popular.
I knew someone who loved Dance Gavin Dance.
I get like they have very catchy stuff. I used to like them, but then I realized their lyrics were weird.
Have you ever heard of King Lizard and the Gizzard Wizard? King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard?
Yeah.
My buddy loves them. He like followed them on tour, went to like multiple shows back to back.
So in the song Midnight Crusade, I'm kissing a baby and licking the poop. I'm living to die. I put meat on it too. My bitches is pregnant and throwing up food.
I just don't get it.
Why? Why do you say stuff like this?
I mean, flip the script. Maybe people are saying about like, what's that one band you listen to?
Ingested.
Yeah, some people are probably saying they're like, dude, why the fuck would you say
Fuck
that?
them. They don't have ears. Assholes.
Yeah, fuck them.
You gotta listen to the song Endgame by Ingested. That's
Okay,
like
I'll
what
throw it in
turned me
queue.
on to.
After that cringe song you're gonna make me listen to.
Which one?
Which one was it? It's in my queue.
Don't you ever fucking say it. That's a good song.
In the Dark.
No, that's a good song.
So I have to go to Ingested. What's the song called?
Endgame. It's got like a bunch of dying people on an album cover. It's like red and orange.
Ingested. I put Ingeated. Space Geated. I have a hard time typing sometimes.
I guessed
My
it.
fingers just fucking
You
do
fat
what
finger
they
it.
want. So there's a lot of dying people on the album art.
It's called Endgame.
Endgame. Do you know what
probably-
year it was released?
I have it on my
I mean,
playlist.
I'm looking at the album art here. There's a man in a chair with
He's like it's like a bunch of like zombified dead people in an orange and red album.
orange and red. Is it called The Level Above Human?
Revered by No One. It's an EP, not an album.
Revered by no one. There it is, 2015. It's called Endgame.
2013. It says 2015.
Yeah.
It says 2013.
Maybe it released on Spotify in 2015. All right, that's in the queue.
I wonder if you ever listen to grindcore.
Not really.
I
don't think
wonder.
I'm gonna fuck with it personally.
You might. It's not like breakdown heavy.
It's not
It's
that.
fairly technical.
When I think of grindcore, I think of like, you ever heard of Doom or Sludge?
I love Doom.
That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's too slow for me.
You mean the game or the band?
Not the band or the game, the genre, doom metal.
Oh, doom metal. Like like the
It's slower. It's dark.
Heavy,
it's
like-
heavy.
yeah.
I don't hate it.
I don't like doom metal that much.
Have you ever heard Sludge?
I've heard of the term, but I can't like think of the sound.
It's kind of the same way, but probably sludgier
Yeah, I
sounding.
get what you're saying, like dirtier sounding.
So grindcores.
I like grunge.
I hate grunge.
It's like one of my favorite genres.
Detest grunge with a
Do
passion.
you detest grunge?
Hate it.
Well, fuck you.
Every grunge band I fucking hate. All of them. I like
You
a
just not like
couple. I like a
fun.
couple Alice in Chains songs, but that's it.
You just don't like fun. I like Super Heaven's one of my favorite bands of all time.
Super Heaven.
It's like I would probably say it's top 2, top 3.
Are they a grunge band?
Kinda, but they're not like cringe grunge. I know what you're saying. Like not Nirvana grunge. They're modern. So they got like the same guitar tone. The fuck's my eyeballs? They got like the same guitar tone, but none of the woke lyrics and weird behavior.
I guess. What's wrong with your eyes? You blinking? You feel irritated?
Dude, you're in my head.
Yeah, I know. It's like you
started
should go
thinking
to
about
you should
eyeballs.
schedule an eye exam now.
Yeah, but that's like I think I've told you about them before. I would say that's like top 3 all time.
Bands for
Yeah,
you?
all time. And they were so underground in 2015. I've loved them since 2015. And a song they released in 2015 got TikTok famous. And they were like 10,000 views a song.
They blew up.
And now that song has 8 million views, I think.
That's
on YouTube.
crazy.
Which I find like, I'm like one of those people who are like, I listen to them.
Well, I was
before.
there first.
I'm totally, yeah, that's totally me. I tell everybody, I'm like, you know, I listened to them before they got me. They were my favorite band since like 2015.
That's nutty. I didn't know that.
Yep, I know you
No
wouldn't
idea.
like them though.
I would not.
I'll give you like a 3-second. You'll immediately be like, no.
I would say if you want a bad option would be having me listen to them and then give my opinion, because I'll tell you it sucks. No, not a chance in hell, buddy.
Why? What about that is like a
Oh,
turn
that's
off?
just. I imagine like the lead vocalist with long hair and his shirt off, walking in either outside in like a field in the music video in black and white. Like,
So it's like you're
I
visualizing. Like,
hate it.
oh, I guarantee you've heard this on TikTok though.
It reminds me of Creed. That's exactly what that reminds me of.
Do I have my gun on me?
Bro, you're a Creed fan. I think you.
I
would
am
be
not a Creed fan, but Take Me Higher. I can't.
I hate Take Me Higher so
It's
much.
stuck- it's stuck in
Oh
my
my
head.
god.
It gets stuck in my head.
Is this that popular TikTok song?
You've heard this on 1,000 clips. You haven't heard that?
No, I don't use TikTok.
Well, it's like on every reel on Instagram,
I
TikTok.
don't watch that shit.
Fuck
I
you.
avoid like the short form content.
I
things.
cannot. I have a problem. Not TikTok.
But like YouTube Shorts,
Fuck
Reels.
yeah. Reels and shorts.
I don't go down those rabbit
Why?
holes. Because I know it's going to be a rabbit hole and it'll be a problem.
But you'll have fun doing it.
No, I won't. Oh yeah, I might.
You
But
will.
then I'm going to keep going back. And
Like me.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
I'm like a rat that keeps getting cheese. I can't stop eating. I'm getting fat.
I detest that short form content.
I
with
know why.
passion.
But I still can't stop.
That's why I'm not getting into it.
I've been on a Beavis and Butthead kick.
I love Beavis and Butthead.
I was watching like my algorithm. They're so funny. I used to hate them, but
Fucking hilarious.
They're so
Mike
funny.
Judge is a genius.
yeah. And then fucking I was seeing a clip today. Yeah, he is. Where Beavis thought that Siri was like a girl on the other line, and she's like, I don't understand. He's like, you know what? I don't understand him either. And he's fucking in love with Siri. And they're so funny.
Have you seen ever? You probably haven't. But have you seen the Beavis and Butthead movie? Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Oh, I've seen clips from him. I never watched the
So
movie.
funny, dude.
I literally just started getting him like a week ago. I'm gonna watch that movie.
Did you like King of the Hill?
Yes and no. I get.
It's not even like humor. It's just dry.
Yeah, it wasn't my
this is
favorite.
Hank Hill.
But they have like really funny humor, like the white privilege. When they find out, like a woke liberal teacher tells them they have white privilege.
In Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah, and so they fucking go around pushing people out of the way. I have white privilege. Get the fuck out of my way.
That's I love that. Beavis and Butthead is classic shit. It's so funny.
I didn't realize how funny they were. I used to think they were like annoying as shit. No, they're fucking lit. I show my mom a clip of them, and she's like, "I fucking hate them." Women hate them for some reason.
Well, they're funny. Like,
That's the point. They're supposed to be annoying.
hey, Beavis.
Yeah, my head.
I am Cornholio.
But I love them. But the fuck are we talking about? Music. Your music taste is so interesting. You're fascinating.
I don't think it's that weird.
It is. It's so weird. Oh, okay, let me put this in perspective. think about this from an outside viewer. You like the most technical of like tech death metal, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll go from that to like an anime or Japanese like pop artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so. I'm not shitting on you. That's just so different.
I think it's more common than you think.
Well, then we need to put those people on an island and ship them to.
You don't want to put those people on an island.
No, you're right. I don't think that's that common. Well, maybe. But
In like the anime community, I think it is.
when I think of, I'm gonna be honest with you, you don't fit that stereotype. When I think of people that listen to that and they're guys, I think like fat neckbeard and like balding, and
Who just like listen to J-pop and stuff.
I hate women. Like, you know what I mean? Like that. That's what I picture. So like it's interesting. You're a fascinating fella.
I like to think that I'm a mild outlier in the
You are an
anime
outlier.
community.
1,000%.
I think that's fun.
Yeah, you go to a convention and there's not gonna be many more individuals that look normal.
But like surprisingly enough, there's a brand I follow called Hellsent. They do stickers, and this dude loves guns. He's got so many, dude.
That's awesome.
He's got a Ferrari too. He's fucking loaded.
Ferrari?
Yeah, by selling fucking anime stickers.
How does he make that much money?
He makes a fuck ton of money from it. But
How? I want to sell
a
anime
lot
stickers.
of I see a lot of people in the military buy his shit, and they'll be like posted up in the desert with a giant Hellsent flag and an anime girl. I'm like, this is cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think like that, those people kind of get like brushed under the rug when people talk about anime, and most people think of the neckbeard guy, but like it's so much more widespread than you think. Like I have it plastered all over my shit, but a lot of people don't, and they really like it. So you don't. They're hidden. They're hidden weebs.
Because they know that it's shameful.
No, I just don't think. Maybe they're like
Or you
they
know
might
what?
get embarrassed by it. I don't know.
I think there's a lot of baseline weebs. I'm a weeb. I fucking, you give me a good anime,
Yeah, I think a lot of people are.
But I would say that I'm a deeper weeb than some weebs. Because like a lot of the people you're talking about watch Naruto and One Piece.
Yeah,
And you tell them, have you ever watched Slice of Life? And they look at you like,
yeah. You
you're
really liked Real Life, didn't you?
fucking, that's one of my favorite
I
things
love,
ever.
that was good. That was great.
But they'll look at you like, what are you talking about?
Right. They only know like Dragon Ball, Naruto, One
Yeah.
Piece.
That's like a
Demon Slayer.
majority. Demon Slayer, yeah. So like, people at work will talk about it. I'm like, you ever watch like Bunny Girl Senpai? And they're like, huh?
Who?
The fuck's that?
I just took it to another level. Like that's all I did with
yeah,
it.
you just turn it up to like level 100.
I think a lot of people don't do that.
But you probably have autism with like.
Maybe like I bought a lamp just to display my figures. It's a dope ass lamp though. It's like, you know those lamps that are cubes and they have shelves on them and then the lights
Those
at the
are
top.
awesome.
It's like that, but the lights are in the sides. They're built into the wood, and the light shoots out one way. And it's got 4 shelves, and I stack all my figures on them.
I wonder where you went wrong.
Moving out. That's where it
Oh,
happened.
that's
That's
where
where
you
it happened. That's where I discovered liking anime.
You're like, I can't be alone.
I would wait for my girlfriend to come over in the living room, and my roommate was like, "Hey, watch this Attack on Titan thing," and I'm like, "No, that's fucking weeb shit. Fuck you." And I had no choice because I was just waiting there. And then at night, I'd put it on my phone. I'm like, "It's kind of good."
You felt like guilty. You're like, ooh.
Yeah, and I would like. Alex loved Darling in the Franxx and 02, which is that pink-haired girl right there.
I'm familiar.
And I would go downstairs at night on the couch, and I would watch like 02 clips, like best of 02 in the show, and I would delete my browsing history because I didn't want anyone to know. I was like so closeted.
That wasn't that long ago either. That was probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
That was 2019 or 2020.
4 years ago. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Damn.
I tripped and fell into the hole very hard.
I did too though for like a year.
You did.
But then once my problem was I was so specific on what I wanted, and so many animes didn't fit that niche for me.
I think also an issue was I kept recommending Love Live to you. And
I'd
I don't
never-
think that was for
I never
you.
not wanted to watch Love Live. I probably would have liked it.
I don't know.
I watched like Classroom of the Elite.
Yeah,
You would have never
Denny
thought I would like
Denny
it.
loves anime too, but I don't think he could get into Love Live.
Is he like anime, or does he like?
Yeah, he watches a lot of shit. But I think it takes a specific person to get into girls singing and dancing and finding that to be like inspiration, you know?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right? Like I look at that and I'm like, fuck yeah, they're working hard. They're going to win the Love Live.
Well, like Plastic Memories hurt me like
That was sad as fuck.
very bad.
Yeah, that hurt.
I feel like a lot of people wouldn't fuck with Plastic Memories.
I think a lot of people would. They just,
Wouldn't give it the chance.
yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
It holds a very high stereotype, or just anime in general does. Like my two friends, I made them watch Attack on Titan, and they ate it up like crazy. They fucking loved it. They can't get enough of it. But their stereotype going in was like, no, cringe anime, 300-year-old elves that are naked and small. Like that's like the general consensus.
Kind of right.
Like those exist, don't get me wrong, but it's not like it's super prevalent.
I don't understand how like you can show somebody a slice of life anime and like them not like it. That's like my favorite genre.
I don't get that either. That
It's-
is the
they're
best
so
genre.
good. Like what? I'm thinking of like another really good one that I loved.
You like Bunny Girl Senpai?
Yeah, but that was
There was
like
like
a mix of like slice of life and
there was, like, some weird-
isekai kind of.
yeah, there was some weird shit
I
going on.
wouldn't say isekai,
Overall, I'd say it was more slice of life.
but yeah, there
like
was some like
romance.
mystical shit going on in there. Like when
If
they,
you like just flat out slice of life, like with a hint of romance and stuff, Horimiya is hands
Hori,
down.
I fucking think I watched. Oh, I watched
think
a lot
you did.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a second season called The Missing Pieces that came out last year.
Yeah, I watched a lot of.
I think that hands down for me is one of the best ever, like rom-com slice
Yeah, I
of life
loved it.
things out.
Only reason I stopped watching it was because I was watching so many other things at the time.
That's the struggle.
I was watching Fruits Basket.
Oh, you did like Fruit Basket. I haven't seen that yet.
I think you would like that a
I
lot.
probably would.
And then you watched one of my favorites is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
I like that.
It's like one of my favorite animes.
You're like 3 seasons behind though.
I haven't watched anime in like
Yeah.
2 years. That's crazy.
I try not to force it down people's throats as hard anymore because I understand like, hey, you might not just know. Like you might be interested, but you just might not want to take the time to do it and watch it.
That's the problem.
And that I get that. I understand that.
I'm totally interested. I just me sitting down and doing it. So my problem was this. I started to feel it wasn't the anime that was like I love anime. I'm still over here shitting on you like you're fucking somebody that you fucking weeb. Like I'm a fucking weeb. Like I love anime. But my problem was like I felt immense guilt after I would binge a show for like 5 hours.
I know what you mean.
And I would feel like I get like
Like
anxiety
I
and
could have done other things.
yeah, and it make me feel like I get like anxiety, but like I feel like what I feel like this. I feel like I wasted my day.
I get that. I
And
totally
it
get that.
Made me like a miserable person.
It's like, my friends love like Marvel and like superheroes and stuff, and he keeps trying to get me to watch the show called Invincible, and I've seen 3 episodes and I liked it. It's not even like it was bad, but it's just hard for me to watch because A, the episodes are an hour long, so it's much more of a commitment, and B, I fucking hate superheroes. But
Yeah,
the
me
show
too.
is good. I like it.
I can't fuck with anything like Marvel.
Oh, I hate the moral high ground of superhero stuff. Like we gotta save everybody. We're the good guys. I
Like
can't stand
generic.
that.
I can never. I've tried, but I can never get into it.
Yeah, superheroes have never been my thing. I can't stand
No.
them.
I think the concepts are cool, like the character.
I think having powers would be dope,
That's what I like about them. Yeah.
but I don't like the good guy always wins, comes out on top, and good always prevails. I think that's cringe and stupid.
And what's good with like a lot of animes is they're gonna shatter your soul, and they just do it.
Yeah,
And they don't
I
apologize,
don't care.
which I like.
I've cried plenty of times at anime.
Me too, dude. A Plastic Memories. Was like
It's so
I keep
bad.
bringing it up, but like I can't think of another one that hurt me more.
It was bad. Like
I've never watched July and April because I wouldn't.
I know what happens. I haven't watched it yet either.
I do too, but I wouldn't. I wanted to watch it, but I couldn't.
I remember the saddest anime I've ever watched is called Clanad.
You tried to get me to watch that.
There's- I did.
I was going
I
to, but
really
I-
tried. It's 2 seasons.
I refused because
The
it's
first
sad.
season's 24 episodes, and it's not sad. It's slice of life, and I had a great time watching that. And then the second season, called Clanad After Stories, another 24 episodes, where it destroys you as a person. And I'm like, oh man. After I finished it one night. I stayed up. It was like 12 o'clock when I started watching, and 6 a.m. when I stopped. The sun was up. Me and Alex had to go take photos the next day. Well, that morning. And I was like, Alex, I finished it. Like, I can't function as a person right now. I'm an empty shell of a man.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah, you get like, I guess you're not joking. Like, it ruins your day.
I know. I'm like
For
fuck,
real.
dude. Like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah, you feel empty. Like, you feel like emotionally
It's crazy that media
empty.
has that effect on people.
Yeah. But like, it totally gets inside your head.
No, it does.
Like, you convince yourself that this is like a real situation. These characters are real. Like, you emotionally attach.
That's why Clanad is so bad. Because the first 24 episodes, you get really attached to these characters. And it's not like Plastic Memories, you didn't get attached.
You knew it was going to happen from day one.
Right. But also, it was only 12 episodes. Clanad's 48, and you are with them a lot longer.
Like, these are my
And I'm
homies,
like, oh,
man.
man. I'm like, this is not
You're
okay.
taking my homies from me.
Like, this is rough, dog.
Yeah. You got to visit them at their grave sites. And
Yeah.
I got to pee.
Go pee.
You got to pee. Who's
Yeah,
upstairs here?
yeah. It's not like
didn't know
this
that.
big or anything. It's a lot
Yeah.
smaller, but that's where she works. There's 2 other rooms in there. One for the pilots, one for Dave, who owns the place. And there's a hangar. That's it. It's pretty lax up here.
Does your dad, like, literally work here?
No. Castle used to have their offices in here. But they moved, and they built that new building over there. They moved everything over there, and these were just empty rooms. So Dave was like, pick any one you want. It's yours.
What?
And then that room in there where we had Mekon stuff, he just gave it to us. He's like, you can just have that.
I forgot you had that.
Yep. And there's another room back there that Dave just puts musical equipment. He has a piano, a bass, a guitar in there.
Dave's based.
Dave is based.
Thanks, Dave, for
Yeah,
helping
thanks.
the homies.
Dave is awesome.
Yeah, you guys get a good deal on this.
Yeah, very lucky. I love it up here.
I'd live here. You should put blinds on your windows and then live here.
I
You get
could.
caught so fast.
I
You don't think
know.
so?
No.
Because that one girl that was here,
Sarah?
yeah, she immediately was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, but like, I know Sarah. I can say, Sarah, I'm crashing up here. I don't think she would give a shit.
Yeah, just tell her that you're homeless.
Yeah.
Say, Sarah, you don't.
And she's got 2 dogs, and I could play with the dogs.
Oh yeah.
And she's got a Rottweiler.
What?
Yeah, Daphne. She's a goon.
Did you bring her here ever?
Oh, yeah. Daphne and Goon or Olive, not Goon. Olive and Daphne are up here pretty frequently.
Coon.
We bring Finn up here and they play together.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
This place is chill as fuck. Super cool.
Your dad like his job?
He likes flying. Of course, like, work is work, and there are things that piss you off.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, he likes it. He likes flying airplanes.
Whatever happened to us becoming pilots? Remember we were gonna go to like flight school and all that. And we just,
Yeah.
we're like, eh.
Well, I did. I talked to my dad about it, and it was just, he was busy with stuff, and the process would have taken so long. It is a very long process to become a pilot. I mean, maybe it's quicker now that they're really in need of pilots, but also the scheduling is pretty horrendous.
I would never want to be commercial.
No, their schedules are so fucked.
Yeah, I only want to do.
Like the one
private.
guy I mentioned, who goes to Hong Kong often, he's in Japan all the time too. I don't know how long he works. It's like some amount on and then 2 weeks off, then some amount on, 2 weeks off. But it's longer than. He's like never home. So if you're single, you have like no obligations, you don't mind traveling, it's perfect for you. You can make good money, but if you have any obligations or family, that's gonna be fucking hard.
Well, if you fly private like your dad.
Yeah, you could do that, but it's still rough. He works a lot of like nights, comes home like 1 a.m. a lot.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, it's way more consistent than an airline, I would say.
Yeah, I was curious.
Way more lax too, I think.
Yeah, because I remember like seeing the pilots running around like crazy in the airports and stuff.
I always like looking for him,
Yeah.
and every time you get on a plane, they're like, "We welcome you onto this Delta Flight 1211. This is an Atlanta-based crew, and then we're in Detroit, and like all the crew is from Atlanta." I'm like, "This is interesting stuff."
I never knew they had whole ass rooms and like sleeping areas on their planes.
I didn't really either.
Yeah, on like the Boeings that we fly on, they have a crew section with beds and microwaves and food and all sorts of cool
That
stuff.
makes total sense.
It's like upstairs in like the plane.
I was on a 14-hour flight to Japan. Like, these people have to rest at some point too.
Yeah, they do. They go up to their cabin space, and that's where they fuck the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I heard there's a lot of like
That's where they do
fucking
it.
going on the with the attendants.
That's where they do it. They go up to their fucking little crew spaces and fucking.
Maybe I'll just be a flight attendant. Fuck like a rabbit.
They got it. Yeah, there's some hot flight attendants.
Yeah.
I'd be so happy if I was a pilot. But
I don't know where do they stay in the cities at least like overnight sometimes?
I
I don't know.
guess I don't know. I don't think they stay on the planes if it's like a multi-day.
Like when I flew to Japan, like did they stay in Japan for the day and then leave like next? I don't know. I don't know their schedules.
I don't
I'm
know.
curious about that.
But yeah, they have like fucking spaces they can chill out.
That's epic.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah,
Well, I feel like that'd be so cozy.
it might be, but I feel like dealing with some airline passengers would just be a fucking nightmare.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you do.
Not if you're going to sleep in your space.
Not that, but like your job in general.
Oh.
Sometimes I feel like would suck
I
dick.
was like, what do you think? There's passengers sleeping up there?
I know a lot of people complain about retail, and I worked retail, and there were some weirdos and stuff, but nothing too bad. But I think the stress levels are much higher on an airplane, and people
Yeah.
tend to freak out more.
Yeah, there's no room for air when you're
Right.
trapped on a plane. Because, yeah, people lose their mind like the fucking, he's not real.
Yeah, that lady,
thing.
like crazy lady.
Yeah.
Like, what do you even
s-
do in that situation? Like,
You can restrain them, but, like, that's all you can do. Like, you got to hope you can restrain them. Like, you know what I mean? Or you got to hope there's people on board that are going to help you.
and then you would. Oh, I'd be so pissed off if my flight got rerouted somewhere for an emergency landing because some passenger was being a dickhead. I'd want to beat
Mhm.
their ass.
Yeah.
Then you have to deal with all the other people being pissed off. Man, that sounds like a stressful job. No wonder they fuck so much.
Yeah. I'd be over there fucking checking off in the corner. Like, you fucking assholes, look what you made me do.
Let me finish, then I'll deal with you.
Yeah. I always wondered what it would be like to be a pilot, but I guess it's not as glamorous as it's like you say, work
It's
is
way
work.
more boring.
Yeah. Once you get used to what you're
Like,
doing.
every time I go up, I love like looking down at the sky, but like I don't think my dad gives a shit anymore. Like
You're
a lot of the
desensitized
times
to it.
if he's flying around the Ohio area, he's always looking down like, hey, where can I ride my motorcycle? He's always looking for that
What a
shit.
G.
But like I can get it. If you're like on the clock, you're up and you got to go somewhere, just put it on autopilot and just chill. Just wait. The views are great.
I like boring jobs though,
I don't mind boring jobs.
because in my opinion, like if I'm not owning a company, like the least important thing in my life is my job.
Yeah.
And people will get pissed when you say that. What do you mean? That's how you live.
That's how I think about a certain someone at work. Like they think about it when they're not there. You know who I'm talking about. Kay.
Yep.
It's like, what are you working so hard for? You're not going to get any more out of it.
I think they just
They bend over backwards for it.
it's like maybe a delusion in their head.
It might be.
It's just they're fueled by the people like that are fueled by the anxiety.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Like,
Like, if he doesn't do it, then he's gone. I don't think that would happen.
no, it wouldn't. But it fuels the delusion that he lives in.
That's man. That's got to be miserable.
Doesn't that sound like a
That's
nightmare?
got to be miserable.
Like, if I'm that person, and I know I got a problem, and it's ruining my life, I'm gonna try to like fix it.
Well, that's
With
that's the
medication or
logical sense.
Therapy or help.
But therapy would go a long way with him.
Like I see a therapist every other week, and I don't even really
Really?
have. Yeah, I see him on Monday. Neuropsychiatrist. So he's like a step above therapist. And I'm not like depressed.
Do you like sit on the couch laying down and talk about things?
I don't lay down, but there's like couches and chairs and yeah. It feels really good and like it's very helpful. I've grown a lot with like my confidence. And I was never like I'm not like somebody who you would think of as like, you gotta see a therapist.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It helps me. He's sweet. He's at Omni Orthopedics, which is weird. He's got an office there. But he's like really highly regarded. I was referred by the doctor that I see. Fucking, it's so helpful.
How did that conversation come up? You're at the doctor and they're like, we're going to recommend you a therapist.
That's interesting. So basically, I told him like I get anxious, like I have anxiety. Like that's no secret. It's not like bad like certain people. It's controllable. but anxiety and then a lack of focus. Like it's hard for me to focus. I have ADD, and I told her that like I have a hard time focusing a lot of times, and he's not just a therapist so much as like he's a neuro psychiatrist, so he can evaluate like why I have that and all that. So that was like the main reason I went, was to get like basically studied, like my brain, like you know what I mean, like pick my brain.
Yeah, find things
And
out.
but it's more just my lack of focus, he says, is stemmed from my anxiety. It's like I get anxious and it's hard for me to focus on things. But yeah, I think he's helped me a lot.
That's good.
It's so helpful. I think every girl too should go once in a while and talk to a therapist or
I think
whoever.
it'd be. I've never done it, but I think it would be healthy.
It's
'cause
very
there-
healthy.
It's not like blown on. It kind of is blown under the rug, but mental health as a whole for male and female. Like sometimes you just don't have people to talk to, and that can definitely weigh you down.
Yeah, and then having the non-biased opinion from somebody that's not a family member or friend
Yeah,
is extremely helpful, because he, for example, will just tell you like straight up, like, well, like you're just lying to yourself, and this is what it is. Like I would say like my self-confidence is like skyrocketed in the last like 2 months, not because of a physical change, but just I think that's very helpful. You should see a therapist.
probably should.
Yeah, for your manic depression and your suicidal thoughts and your
It's just
physical
just
mutilation.
tack it on. Physical mutilation.
No, but yeah, they're cool. You're going to the doctor soon. Tell her
Yeah.
you want to see the dude.
I don't know. That costs money.
It's fucking like $50 every few weeks.
That's a lot.
It is not.
That's a lot.
Do it like 5 times and you'll get a lot of value out of it.
I probably would, but like money, man. I think about money all the time. It's something I could tell him.
Quality of life. Money.
Money. Money makes quality of life.
Yeah, I agree. But it's not like we're struggling artists. But when's your appointment?
April 22nd. It's still a minute out.
I keep forgetting. That's so far away.
I know. They're like, well, we're booking into April. I'm like, I'll take it. I haven't been in 7 years. Like, I'll take what I can get at this point.
I have an appointment in April with them.
Really?
April 12th.
You probably booked it before me.
Yeah, it was booked right after my last appointment for my blood work.
Yeah, they were probably booking way out then.
Yeah. My bilirubin was high and my kidneys. So they just want to confirm that it's not like
Anything suspicious?
if there's a massive change in it could be suspicious. But I got 2 of them done and they were the same. So it's some people just have higher bilirubin. I don't even know what that is,
I don't either.
but it's in your kidneys. That's about all I
When I
know.
think about the kidneys, I think I have 2, but I only need 1.
Yeah.
And they go for like $250K.
Hmm.
You know, we're gonna make a lot of money on our.
Hold up a minute.
And is it really that bad if you want to get rid of your own kidney? It's not like I'm stealing it from someone.
No, and then if you only have 1 kidney, it'll take on the function of 2, and you won't have any.
I see no downsides. I see $250,000 and a great kidney.
And on the scale, you lose weight. So if you wanted to, get skinnier or something.
There's nothing but perks to this.
I was
There's
watching,
nothing but perks.
Slice documentary about organ harvesting today, and they're saying how people will wake up after getting basically Bill Cosby'd, and they'll feel like an itch on their back, and they'll have a scar with blood on it, and they'll go to a doctor and their kidney was removed.
That's fucking crazy.
Isn't that
That is-
horrifying?
That is.
And that's like a multi-billion-dollar happens every day to a lot of people.
There's a lot of things that just kind of don't get talked about.
No, there was a bus or a semi that crashed on the Mexican-American border, Texas border, and they found a bunch of children with their organs missing,
Jesus.
and that's not talked about. People realize that organ harvesting is a multi-billion-dollar industry, along with sex trafficking, and
I think what kind of makes it unfathomable is the $1 billion industry, because that's such a high number,
yeah, people
and no one
yeah.
can't comprehend how many organs that actually is.
And how many people's lives are fucked because of it.
It's like People say Belton is a very bad place for sex trafficking,
Hmm.
but
Ohio in general.
to me, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Where? When? How? But it happens, and I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
about it.
I think like Southern Ohio in specific is like one of the worst in the world.
I
Or
think
not the world, but United States.
I got targeted for something, whether they were trying to jack my car, my phones, my money, or my organs. I was leaving
I wanna hear
Columbus one
this.
night. I had just driven down. It was like 10:30 at night. My friend's mom texted me and said, "Hey, can you stop by, pick up a suit, and drop it off to Matt in Columbus tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, I got you." I went over, picked up the suit, and I made my way to Columbus. 2 hours later, a little after 12:30, going on 1 o'clock, I dropped the suit off and I'm making my way home. I stop at a Pilot gas station, which is my Alma. I'm always there every time I leave Columbus. And got back in my car, grabbed some snack and a drink. This guy with a gas can walked up to my car. And he's like, they said me to roll down my window. So I did slightly, not a lot, but a little bit. And I'm like, hey, what you need? He's like, hey, can you come back here to this spot back here? Like, past the gas station in like this darker area. He's like, I need some help with some gas for my car. And I'm like, nah, buddy, like not a chance. I'm not going back there with you. He's like, man, I really need help. I'm like, no, fuck off. Like, piss off, get away.
Yeah, sucks for you, man.
Yeah, I'm like,
Sorry
I
about your
don't.
gas problem.
Sucks to be you.
100%. That's not what he wanted.
No, he didn't want
Yeah,
gas.
I
I think
thought
he
it
was either trying to rob me, take some of my shit, or
Most likely.
sex traffic me.
How old were you?
This was around the time of my first competition in 2019.
So
4 years.
21.
21, 22.
You probably robbed him then. Well, maybe it's sex trafficking. You got blue eyes.
I do got blue eyes.
You know, there's some people out there with.
Maybe he saw me walk out. He's like, all right. I don't know. But
I had an experience when I was like 6 years old or 7.
Jesus Christ.
So what?
No, it's like for some guy was trying to fucking kidnap you or.
Yeah. So when I was outside on my porch, I remember, and my mom, I didn't know what was going on, but my mom realized, thank God. So I was out. We have like a front porch, kinda, and I was sitting on it by myself. I was probably like 6, 7 years old, and a van pulled up. I remember him pulling up, getting out, looking at his tire, like acting like he saw something wrong with his tire. It was real creepy. And it was like a white van, like you would think of, and like, you know what I mean, like a pedophile van. And he slid his door open, the sliding doors in the van, left them open, walked around again, kept looking at his tires. I remember he kept looking at his tires. And I was like, I wonder what he's doing. Like, I didn't know what he was doing. I didn't know he was fucking trying to kidnap me. And he, like, walked around again and then started, so there's like he's on the street on the side in front of the sidewalk, and I'm about like 50 feet away on the porch, like looking at him, like he's over here, I'm way up on the porch. And he walks around the back of his van, opens the doors, the sliding doors are open, and he starts walking towards me. And my mom was watching him, I guess. Like, I didn't know she was through the window. And he comes up and he starts like walking like up our like little walkway or whatever. And my mom like fucking like, I remember her like slamming the door open and hitting me like in the fucking back. It didn't hit me hard, but like just grazed me. And I turned around like, what the fuck? And she's like, get in here, and like grabbed me and stuff and like yelled at him. Yeah, I wholly believe that dude was trying to kidnap me.
Yeah, but what else would he want with his 6-year-old? Like,
Yeah.
hey, can you come fix my tires? You're
Yep.
6. You know what you're doing.
I had no idea. I was like, oh, this is weird. Like, what's wrong with his tires? Does he need help? He got candy in there? 'Cause I like Crunch Bars. Yeah, I didn't know any better. But yeah, I think it's more common than we realize. And there's probably been times in our lives that we were probably being even targeted or watched and didn't realize it.
Do you think he was like, had been watching you for a minute, or he just pulled up and saw an
He
opportunity?
I think he saw me sitting. So I think that actually what happened is that he drove past and then he come back around. And that's what, like, I remember thinking, like, I saw, like, he just drove, I remember saying that, like, he drove by a couple times, or telling my mom that. But yeah, so I think he saw me sitting on the porch and saw an opportunity and tried his luck.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I feel like that's happened, or almost has happened, like, multiple times.
I feel like to a lot of people.
And
They
they don't even
had
realize.
no idea.
Yeah. Like, you see a lot of stories on, like I'll be on Facebook. I know you're not really on Facebook, but that's where, like, a lot of the moms will report, like, they were at Belden or they were at Walmart, and this guy was like trying like just weird shit like going on. So it's so common, which is really scary. I don't want to have a daughter. I don't want kids, but if I had a kid, I could not sleep at night if I had a daughter. I couldn't sleep. Even a son, but I mean, women get trafficked more.
Yeah, they're
couldn't sleep.
way more vulnerable.
So like, okay, my question is, child sex trafficking is so popular. I mean, not popular, but it's so
Common.
and there's such a market for it. Who the fuck are these people that are in the market for this?
Yeah, who are the people?
There's so many.
Because it has to be like a network
A massive
of people
network.
finding people to kidnap, people doing the kidnapping. They're taking it somewhere.
And
Or
selling.
they're taking that person somewhere. They're selling them, and there's people buying this.
And they
person.
can't get enough of them. There's never enough children to go around.
It's like what? Who is behind this? What's going on here?
I'm so fascinated by that.
And like,
what I
what's
mean?
being done
Nothing.
to help prevent this?
Because our government's involved in it.
It might.
I'm totally convinced they're
Like,
involved.
let's look at
in it.
Epstein for example. He was in cahoots with, like, you get pictures of him with Biden, billionaires, very powerful
Clinton,
people,
Trump.
and all these people have a hand in the government because they're
Gates.
so fucking rich.
My theory, if I had to guess, is that it's all interconnected. Like these people that are put in power, a lot of them are pedophiles because of the blackmail capabilities. If you put a pedophile in charge of something and you make him a leader, and you want a puppet, you would go after a pedophile.
They're
Like what I'm
going to
gonna
do
tell everybody.
whatever you tell them.
hmm So that's who I would go after if I was the United States government, or if I was somebody I wanted to make laws in my favor. If I was, thank you. That's very nice.
Have a nice day.
But if I was a owner of a multi-billion-dollar company, and I wanted laws passed in my favor, that's who I would go after. And I think that's what happens,
That's plausible. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
in my humble opinion.
It's just wild that shit is so prevalent.
Where's it going?
I don't know.
That's such a good question, but like, I can't elaborate on it because I don't know anything.
And what happens to these people who are trafficked once they get older? Like,
They get killed.
they get killed and murdered?
Almost all of them get killed.
That's
The
Jesus Christ.
Epstein Island kids were killed. Most of them.
They were just what, like a face on the side of a milk carton missing,
Yeah.
and then never to be seen again.
Yeah. Like that just happens.
I'm kind of curious. I want to look or go on like a missing persons website and see just how many there are. There's probably
It's-
so many,
It's scary.
and no idea. Like, I feel like most people don't even know or have ever even looked at something like that.
Let's look up Ohio this year.
'Cause missing person cases are weird. They get talked about for a second sometimes, very rarely.
Yeah, and
And
then it
then
just like disappears into
It's like,
oblivion.
what would you even do?
So, over 1,000 children have been missing from Cleveland and Akron in September alone of last year.
1,000?
In 1 month, from just Akron and Cleveland.
That's a lot.
That's
a
unbelievable.
lot of kids.
That's like that's a yeah. That's like
That's a
I
lot
didn't
of
think it was
kids.
gonna be that much. That's insane. Where the fuck are these people going?
クラスメイトたちの目はそうなのか
That's a Sobe asshole.
Say
saying it.
asshole.
Yeah. The show has some funny English.
But yeah, where the fuck are these people going?
But-
Africa. I know Africa has like a big sex trafficking problem, but that's just like one of a million countries.
Continents.
Well, yeah. uh,
I don't know. And like, what do these parents even do?
ruin their lives. Like
Yeah.
they
like,
live in misery for the rest of their life.
God damn. That's worse than like, I can't imagine like what it's like having a kid die.
But I would agree.
And
that's
then
worse.
not know it, or versus not knowing where they are or what happened to them.
Or are they still alive? Are they dead? Are they being tortured? Are they being
Yeah,
raped?
that's got to be so much worse and
100 times
way more like,
You never get closure.
yeah. And closure is it helps.
hmm
Oh, Jesus, man, that would suck.
Yeah. I'm never having kids, dude.
I know.
And that's totally part of the reason.
right.
And not
You're
only that, I
gonna
don't
grow
wanna-
up in a shit ass world.
Yeah. And get fucking kidnapped and raped by 1,000 men.
Yeah, like we're already fucked,
Yeah.
like economically and stuff. I can't even imagine what kids being born now are gonna have to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. You want to call it soon so you
Yeah,
can go to Columbus?
We'll wrap it up.
Because I know it's supposed to snow.
Fuck, snow doesn't
I
hurt
think
me.
you'll miss it by a
Snow
couple
don't
hours.
hurt me.
Yeah, you're built
I
different.
got a rear-wheel drive Mustang. I can handle anything.
Yeah, you get the
Well,
fucking
you
worst
know
thing you
you
could
do.
possibly drive.
And you
I
can
live in
count
Ohio. Fuck me.
Yeah.
all the way
All
up
right,
to
well,
2.
we'll wrap it up here. This has been the Stuck at the Airport podcast, episode, I think, 8, something.
Yeah, maybe. I'm king. I don't keep
All the
count.
I
way
do,
up
I
to
have
6
to.
if I had to.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a good day. See you later, sailors.
Catch you later.